cool, fresh and trendy with a new look. Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special ice, natural mineral water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Ghana MONTIE, Ghana MONTIE, Ghana MONTIE, Ghana MONTIE.
Oh, there's some pepper. Cassia bo. Go work at Tamonsa. Amaya say. Cassia ABOAGYE.
Onye yimu, no cretrodo, kalagile men kamadile bo.
Nita fe.
Mama yentie, KWASI ABOAGYE 100.9.
KWASI Bonkwe.
To what end are you doing this, Mr. President?
Oh, to the end of improving the standards of living of the Ghanaian people. That has to be the main concern. You're developing the economy so that people can have a better standard of living. They can have access to more jobs, they can have access to more produce, they can have access to more goods and services, and generally improve their standard of living. So that is the main goal.
Okay.
And the where we are today.
Okay.
Cast your mind back. When I came into office, we were under an IMF program.
Yeah. Yeah.
It has been forgotten today.
Yeah.
When I came into office, we were under an IMF program, and in fact, we had to renegotiate with the IMF the term of that program. And in the end, we were able to come to an end of the program in April 2019.
Exactly.
But so initially, all of these now famous interventions that were made by my government, school, free senior high school, with the
planting for food and jobs,
planting for food and jobs. All those initiatives were taken at the time of an IMF program.
Okay.
But they were fully launched at that period, and they have become a very successful feature of our governance. I anticipated that to continue, but we ran into some very difficult situations.
Okay.
The first 3.5, 4 years of my first term, on the average, the economy expanded at 7%, sometimes 8% GDP growth per year. Ghana was then depicted as having one of the fastest growing economies in the world.
Okay.
Fast forward to 2021, and the picture changed dramatically.
Okay.
And now our economy, even though it was still positively growing, unlike many other economies, have been severely affected by these exogenous factors. The COVID-19
pandemic.
Yeah. And then subsequently, the war in Europe, which has had a dramatic impact on commodity prices, on fuel prices, on food prices. There are some people who refuse to recognize the truth of this, and they're saying that I am looking for an excuse as to what has happened to the economy. What excuse do I need? When we made the budget in 2021, November, not even a year ago, in November, we made the budget on the principle that we will be paying on the average $64 per barrel of crude. And the budget was constructed around this because, as you know, energy, we are a net importer of oil, of crude, would have such a major impact on how the economy works. So that calculation is fundamental to the sense of the budget. From January, February, when the war in Europe began, fuel prices, crude oil prices on the open market had been more than 100. And it's being suggested that this significant, this considerable increase from 60 to 100 would have no impact on our domestic situation. It's had a tremendous impact on our balance of payments. Instead of having to look for monies to pay for the crude oil at 64, the Bank of Ghana and the Ministry of Finance is having to look for money to pay for crude, which is over $100 a barrel, and it's been consistently up there since we came. Obviously, that has had a very major negative impact on how our economy is. And it is those developments, food prices, the prices of fertilizer, all of these that have gone through the roof. You are spectators. We're all not just spectators, but we are living these facts on the ground. All of us are aware of these tremendous interventions that have put our economy in the difficulties in which we are. And it is these difficulties, especially on our balance of payments, that led us into renegotiating, re-engaging with the fund to see whether they can help us stabilize our balance of payments so we can take off. But the programs that have been put into place by the government, your Bantampa program, the Ghana Cares program, the post-COVID-19 economic recovery program, are very serious, solid programs that I'm very confident that it will enable us to get back to where we were before. We did it the first term. We did it. Even though we were under an IMF program. And we were able to exit the IMF program in a very solid state. I am very, very convinced, because the people with whom I worked to produce that result are substantially the same people who are helping me now. And I'm very confident that between us, myself and them, we will be able to put Ghana back again in a good space. It's not going to be easy. We're all seeing that, but I believe that the prospects are very strong. In fact, towards the end of last year, the last quarter of last year, our GDP growth picked up again to over 6%. I think you're aware of that. And this is before the war in Europe, Ukraine, because the recovery had begun again, and people, the confidence in the economy and in its management was resurfacing. Unfortunately, came then this intervention, the decision of President Putin to invade Ukraine, and the impact of that on commodity prices, on food prices across the world. Freight rates went up astronomically. Virtually all these various indices, which are so important for the management of an economy, went through the ceiling. And clearly it has had. And I think it's also important for us to recognize that we're not the only economy in the world that is having these difficulties. Virtually all the economies, great and small. You read the data about what's going on in America or in Britain or in the European Union and in other African countries. You see, we're all in the same boat. It is not to say, I am not looking for excuses. I've never believed in excuses as a way of running a country. No, you have to play with the cards with which you're dealt. But the cards that have been dealt with us in this, our second term, are these exogenous factors, external factors that have had such a big impact on us. And we are determined to work our way through it. Okay. We did it when I first came into office, and I'm strongly of the belief that we can do it again because the policies are sound.
Okay.
They are about putting Ghana in a strong place.
Okay.
For the time being, there'll be a lot of up and down, people talking and saying, yes, the difficulties are there. And I'm the last to want to minimize the difficulties. They are there. They are affecting the lives of ordinary people in a very negative way.
Okay.
But what I'm saying to the people of Ghana is continue to have confidence that this government that took our economy from one of the lowest growth rates in our modern history when I came into office in 2017 and brought it up to one of the fastest growing economies in the world.
Okay.
That this government that did that, this government that was able to steer Ghana through the COVID pandemic.
Okay.
When the COVID pandemic came, there were people who were predicting gloom and downfall and that the streets of Africa, Ghana, places are going to be littered with dead bodies.
Okay.
This government took some very significant proactive measures to minimize the impact of the COVID pandemic.
Okay.
We have one of the lowest mortality rates of any country in the world, not just in Africa, but in the world.
Yeah.
We had one of the lowest infection rates of it, largely because of the decisiveness with which the government acted to make sure that this pandemic was as much as possible prevented from having any really significant negative impacts on the people. So the government that has gone through these difficulties,
land movements,
yes, the IMF economy which we inherited, that was able to go through these COVID situations, I am confident, let me repeat it, that this government, with the policies that it is committed to, will find a way to bring our economy back to a better place and improve the lot of the Ghanaians. We are
Nana do dankwe kufuaro amampenyi owojidie pa se womo betimi akikania mesie ni magana tuma afano entuma pefra weni ejanso ya mama kwa bebi ma bridge medie ne so Ghana Montie ya no pejumedie yeshimi wo Facebook abetimi ahwe na wetie jumedie ne bi live Neat FM 100.9. We also on YouTube abetimi ahwe chakwan na wetie jumedie no ahwe bi Despite media now I share Neat FM ewo honum sia. Cement prices to hit 68 Ghana cedis per bag from next week. Manufacturers cement prices are expected to be increased from next week now. So report says that wholesale price of a 50 kilogram bag of cement is expected to hit 68 Ghana cedis from the current price of 59 Ghana cedis. So you may ask why the increase. According to some of the leading manufacturers in the country, the action has been influenced by a sudden rise in the cost of operations from July 22 due to the sharp depreciation of the CD over the past month. Now officials of one of the manufacturing firms told media on condition of anonymity that, and I quote, when the factory price, wholesale price of 50 Ghana cedis, 50 kilogram was about 59 Ghana cedis. That was based on an exchange rate of around 7 Ghana cedis 60 pesos in June this year. Enti, one which I said, cement was this year, one mobile pagim, a costro, a babe costro from 59 Ghana cedis to 68 Ghana cedis.
Abusuafo de wafa kwesika ye no watrasa cement buono ebe peja e de akwa 68 per bag e free next week ade kono na nsam no nie wase cement buono wo mu ba betum e de efre buono wa meka ye no asa de akwa buo foforo awrade ya adom wa next week ade ko watrasa Womu ayan semi toy business and womu trase wholesale price ya a 50 kilogram bag no womu expect say be hit 68 every current price ya a 59 no na adenti na womu tumi na womu di ageni ni wa cement ni womu trase eniama womu de keka bom ya cement bo no esra na eko afa kura de ta wo ne say Sidi ya $1 no ensia kan baabia no eno nso eka ubi entina cement bo no epeja akosoro na bra officials ya womu ewo cement manufacturing industry mu bie womu ne toyfo no etote nkomo and what say factory price yase your friend say wholesale price no 50 kilograms no 59 Ghana cedis ya eno kra no na womu share exchange rate no ena no womu diye asa titunu na me no ka say said rising cost of operation pa bano cement ho said womu sikura no ene kwan womu fa so yi a enya ade a womu betumi sa bre ya me no ka say raw materials ya womu diya cement no ne buo kwa na ekosoro dollar yi ena na bra boy se moti a ya bona sumi ene nam nine wo ba bi de kro enti womu ni wo simbia ne tietamu ane se ewrade ya adum afiri next week ade ko cement bo no enkosoa enjina bebi a ejina no womu batum kakra atibi aka ho.
Okay, so we and 70 bi idea ko various news online portals na back on so your person anemo chair finance minister revises IMF financial package and program to $3 billion. Now finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta has revealed that Ghana could get about $3 billion from the International Monetary Fund. Correct?
Yo. Abusiafo dia wa fa kwasi ke watrasa finance minister o wonanyamfo Ken Ofori-Atta and water science say ya ne IMF ye no wo ma sakra mu kakra finance minister Ken Ofori-Atta and wadia tuda watrasa se urade ya aduma ye tibetumi ye yie IMF once say ye no wo mkoye ye no ye betumi anya $3 billion ya eno ana eyesika betumi aboa yen wasi we kurampo eso 10 initially $1 billion no aye no mu ekotena ase ye no ya revision kakra wo mtie sika ya die free wonu nten no ebetumi akọ $3 billion.
Right, some more stories here that I would like to share with you. President Akufo-Addo appoints new head for YEA. President Akufo-Addo has appointed the Deputy Director of Communication at the Presidency, Mr. Kofi Baye-Agyepong, as Acting Chief Executive Officer of the Youth Employment Agency, YEA.
Abusiafo ba kunsunie mampeni na Danko Akufo-Addo ejina ni tumi so abo Deputy Director of Communication ya no wo Presidency Owura Kofi Baye-Agyepong din say onkwaya Acting Chief Executive Officer and former Youth Employment Agency na Owura Agyepong yi wodi ade free Justin Kodia Frimpong ensemene ka say wona na oye MPP amanyoko wo mu General Secretary na empenisa enkokora to sa na ekomrante adiem enti wono afiri wono mo a na tase we akwa nanan sa krate ya wodi pie yi August da toso enkron wo sase akura ye naduma secretary ma president na Asante Bedi Etuo ena ne nsasase a wodi krate pie ye watra se Abrante Justin Kodia Frimpong na wo ye Chief Executive Officer Emma Youth Employment Agency nanso MPP amanyoko koto aba ekoyi National Executives ya na watimu akotena wabeye General Secretary wode ni dibra to ho say Youth Employment Agency penimpa wada no wa resign enti wo madina enokra de wode aba wase section 12/1 Youth Employment Agency Act 2015 dia so ena mampeni na Danko Akufo-Addo wabo new Chief Executive Officer edin se ono ana wonkose dumedie no so enye obi ase Owura Kofi Baye-Agyepong a na kane oye Communication Director Deputy ewo Presidency ene Ewrade peja ni dibrem.
Steep depreciation of CD shows media budget review failed to win back investor confidence, says Mahama. Former President John Dramani Mahama said the continuous depreciation of Ghana CD shows that the media budget review failed to achieve its intended purpose.
Abusia de wafa kwesi kan yen so ewa habi. Watrasa kanema mpeni His Excellency John Dramani Mahama etrasa sawusha said ende sidi no ya tenefo mu a media budget review ya womu kokan ye bibia ni wonu mu etrasa womu wansese papa bia edema investors ya kane na womu wo Ghana mu didie se wo bedi ta wo Ghana wo benya mfaso no sisi a womu didie hi obi ani ye mu didie bie eno ka home economy etia na etikọ from ekwa reverse enti anya wanwa se enkofo koye ratings ya womudi yakotu CCC plus /C ehwan womudi yakotu yakura enti wade asemi tu dan wotre se confidence ya nanka nkofo wo ewo Ghana mu no enam ntutu ye bone nti sa confidence no ayira.
So we just do this last one from the stories trending on the various news online portals. Now, you heard the one katano so nim Bekwai MP hints at court action if Speaker Bagbin fails to declare Adwoa Safo's seat vacant. The Member of Parliament MP for Bekwai constituency in the Ashanti region, Mr. Joseph Osewusu, has hinted that some MPs will go to court over the embattled MP for Domiko Abinyasa Adwoa Safo's seat. According to Mr. Osewusu, he will be surprised if the Speaker, Right Honorable Aban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin, rules against the recommendation of his committee over the seat of Domiko Abinya lawmaker, Madam Sarah Adwoa Safo. Barbara?
Abusia dia wafa kwesika ye aya Bekwai emrasebeteni yata frenu Joseph Osewusu amansia nsono mampo ana nkofo tai ade frenu wonu wakase watrase emrasebeteni a wotina adema adesia ewo Bekwai ya mebo ni tin aye ononyamfo Joseph Osewusu en wotre se emrasebegafo ni bi adi wo mani betre court efa Domiko Abenya maame Sarah Adwoa Safo ni seat no ho na ononyamfo Joseph Osewusu no wotre se ebe no wanwa pa se emrasebegafo akotena se na Right Honorable Aban Sumana Kingsford Bagbin ebetena ase a wobeka se wono ne recommendations ya wokoye ye se maame Sarah Adwoa Safo seat no wo ndikra ne vacant na yankoto abafofro ho no Speaker beka se wagina ne tumi so emwate se agyinasie no asen na Joseph Osewusu kire se wono akotena ase emwa wone committee a wodo anyina ati nkomo ema nkomo no womasi agyinaye se maame Sarah Adwoa Safo seat ya Domiko Abenya no womun declare vacant akonya no obi ante so no womun nkoto abanko yi mrasebedeni foforo na nka kwansini wombatia ne se Speaker se wono agina ne tumi so wawuridi ya ade asem a wawuridi se seat no won declare vacant enka asem no be yire pa womudu womani abetre court na esum tum awia call maame Sarah Adwoa Safo seat no nko ante wombe declare vacant akoto abafoforo.
By Echo Democrat, this one that is also trending on the various news online portals. I think it's one of the lead stories, or the lead story on Peace FM Online. It says Ministerial reshuffle. Spiritual forces have entered the Kufuor's head. He's being manipulated. The General Secretary of the largest opposition National Democratic Congress, NDC, Johnson Esiedun Ketia, believes President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo is facing some spiritual attacks that have left him clueless on how to deal with his government.
Yo, abusiafo baakonso enie di of Akwesi boss we. Watrasa ministerial reshuffle no wono owura Johnson Esiedun Ketia di se sunsumboni bi akwa wura mampani trim enti na ama wokeka nsam a wokekan na tie General Secretary ma NDC Amanyoko ayo owura Johnson Esiedu Nkatia and wakasa say what did he say them say a spiritual attack I say awonhomwani bi ana abawura mampani na nado danko akufu adumu ana wamu control no katra ne say once dan tete Ghana for wama Ghana for nkwa hunyanye mu pa enti ye sunsumufi ana atete mampani owura Johnson Esiedu Nkatia ya yatafra ni General Mosquito eka asasami ewo Ghana MONTIE dwumedie so ewo ni TFM te said the Enra yetena ase akwasi ABOAGYE ne twetwe nkomo yi ahwaya na oka asasam no na wowura Esiedu Nkatia so watidi se sa wo hye nipa mampani na na adodi wo mu bu man ani baby a wo mu pia Ghana kɔ na sa ya resafo na fa new ade asebra na wo ka tra Ghana fo se wo mu ka resafo ne ye nkɔfo wo mu mpɛ wasem ya wo mu pɛ so wo mu destabilize wo man no ba kokra de wo se won kwate a wo mu ni adumaye and wo mu pray for resafo senya sunsumfi a onhu adekora wo betumi de describe nti abam se spirit bi na ewura ne mu
nsɛm no bi edi akotene the various news online portals no fe ni anemu achie da Peace FM online ase da other online portals no so ase the one krata no ye de enimu nsɛm no e de bremu ene ye ukuada August ne de to so edu
Ghana Montie na mansanya so adawro Kofi man homene so ejiji tonton sansan e wo need 100.9 FM
enkume me sisa yadia no say ya ura Yesu ni hihye ya na se me yo tiri ni me nante nyame akwanso pepepe na se say yadia wonkumi free wiase but adwuma no ye wani die wo pani wonwo bia for respect mano fa ni die ma hwede wo besi ni pakwana dey akasa because me pani mo sino wonko fa sabonkum ni me kasa ba hatie What you say? Huh? Now kasa rough. Me a penny most now. Me a home woman in Panamachina. 2 million naira and no right yes. 2 million naira and no right yes. 2 million naira and no right yes.
Hey. Nyama besinko Ghana. Mami we coronavirus ni yini no. Was you or no? So abashe a nose mask. Lie. Yadi and bekune kuno. Daddy. Do me in era. Anope ya kengum ya transi ye din komo. Ya share ye ni ekosi o my Ghana mu. De bon krata no. Yenye ni mu nsem no. Enne ukui. Kobra.
Abusuafo Ghanaian Times de bokrata na mede sase eno anso na mede mamu akwa abai wode Madam Sisiri Abenada Pamfoni abetoa eno wotre se foreigners ya yejeri wo mu Nigeria fo ka ho ebinya 4 years 5 years ni ate human trafficking wo mu kofa nkofo firi nkofo aman so na wo mu duo mu beye nkuru tuduma wo Ghana ha yati binumu a yejeli wonumu a wo bo ho amane COVID-19 vaccination campaign woma lanche 2 million euros wa womuti eba be wuremu adese wo euro krobo metre menya krobo de womo kwa unyehia mu pa esanse kwabusu minie overkwesi asem no ya yehu yase motre wo honom enipa womudu womu akosise motre wonum nyina pro entities wo bia akọ na wokokoyi namu edi free motre wo ho womu aye costo womu yi nam tete and adese no kwa unyehia mu pa ni nyina ne se womu ne Electricity Company of Ghana manso na sa manso no a womu tie no womu se niema bebre na ya affected enkwada ya exams womu nyanka ne nsua de na de ya ahomtie kura aya motre no a wo no no enipa ya de womu akwase motre no enya asam ketua kura fa de esai enti womu sere wonum se womu enkoyi womu niama emfamfiri wonom a yiro krobo asam no tie eye aginsem na a daily post the Bokrata and when one say what they His Excellency the former president John Dramani Mahama nimfoni abatuan say ya was says to say na white and what bota la lie dear guso who said why a cratch nipa and what me what I say mampenina na de danko akufuado esasa ahu brasie muada watun sade fra wa maimuni nyina se obi afa na tentremra sabi atini ni ba akufuo tirim nanko obi ade ne tirim pode aba ne ade atetere wa man ne kama na saa timbi ya wati wonu mu bɔ maate a ebi kura krɔtisi a wɔn namu abubu egyina nyina park ya wɔsi wɔnyɛ tenyisi enko wɔmfrɛ national dialogue no wɔn nyina ntena sento ato adwene sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɔman no betumi agyina ne naso ne yɛka si yɛgya mo wɔn nko adeɛ a beebi a wɔde ɔman no kɔ ne deɛ ɛnyɛ koraa MPP amanyɔkɔ full soldiers ɛne wɔn kasa wɔ democrat anim ha wɔn kyɛ sɛ wɔn di mampani na de danko akufuado ho yawo paa na resafo no wɔn akora MPP foɔ no wɔn tie mu fra resafo na mampani be yi ano kasa ɛne wɔn ni adwuma yɛ ɛna apre for resafra asɛm no mampani kae no ayi wɔn ya paa sabi no wɔn nim si ade adoa na bedi adeɛ enka wɔn anse wɔn sire asɛm no ayɛ mmeranteɛ no ya paa SMP foɔ ɛna wɔn baabi a wɔn de Ghana kɔgyina ayɛ yi ɛna wɔwura bi a wapin ɛwɔ sikasɛm mu yɛfrɛ no to Jackson ɛtena sɛ baabi a wɔn de kɔgyina ayɛ no ɛwɔ kora de wɔn de gyina yie wɔde ɛtɛn na kakra mi mɛka ho sɛ yɛkɔsi ansa yɛbɛkɔ akɔpie mu wɔ zɛt ɛwɔ nom kora de na yɛwɔ nipa nsahye na tɛsɛ yɛkɔduru wɔ nom a yɛwia ne sa wɔwura Kwame Abagya Governance ɛna ne mpɛsia soɔ senior high school ya wɔ nom no aduane sam na ho ayɛ den ɛna district directorate no mu hia moa enti wetwa n'ani de akɔ akɔhwɛ w'anum a watena nyɔnkofa nsa fɛfɛɛfɛ ɛte ama wɔnum na democrat etiri anum say what the His Excellency the former president John Dramani Mahama ɛna ne ho kani ne mfem padeɛ Maame Lordina Mahama wɔde ne mfoni aba abɛto anum say ya wɔn akɔkɔsra owura Julius Debra kane no ayɛ chief of staff edema John Dramani Mahama na owura Julius Debra yi wɔn ankasa ne nua paa no ɔpɛ n'asɛm nkansan Debra watoa nananom wɔn nsia de yayaya enti na n'ani da kɔtɔmɔgyam ɛne na mpanimfo etu anamɔ kɔsra wɔn kɔmaa ne yakɔ ya wɔhyɛ Julius Debra den sɛ Awurade no an wɔde ma ɔno anso na wɔde enti wɔnhyɛ no ho den a democrat daily post ɛde ho asɛm ɛte aba democrat yɛfrɛ ne sɛ chronicle ɛnna nso democrat awodoɔ no nyinaa His Excellency the former president John Dramani Mahama ɔso ntakrate ɛwɔ democrat awodoɔ no bebree mu enti anom ahyɛ no nso ama yɛn ahanom sɛ nso no wɔkyerɛ sɛ economy no baabi aduro no investors ni anidasoɔ bia wɔ yɛ mu esan sɛ na enum wɔyaya finance minister kɔ read media budget ya wɔkɔka ho asɛm yi anidasoɔ bia nim enti investor bia ni wɔn mu a wɔde ne sempo a na sɛ teku ade baba bɛsɛ saa economy wɔ mu deɛ ha tene kora ne sɛ sisi a dollar ne cedi no Ghana cedi ne kora deɛ eni ani onyam kora bia ɛna ya tena aboɔ so enti ɛsɛsɛ wɔman mu ni nyinaa yɛyɛ deɛ fra ne sɛ dialogue na wɔde tackle economic John Dramani Mahama brɔfo yisu a wɔse yɛmfa ntakre economic conundrum sɛ yɛntakre economic conundrum deɛ ɛne ɛbɛyera ma yɛn paa afei wɔtemampani na de danko akufuado ne mfoni abɛto anem sɛ ɛyɛ cassava ɛna yam factory ɛwɔ Bimbila ɛyɛ 9.2 million Ghana cedis ɛna wɔn de sɛ mu a nneɛma a wɔn ayɛ ne bi kura mpo ɛna wɔn de kyerɛ mampani wɔ hanom a wɔhyɛ ne space a wɔde hyɛ ebi afɛ paa wɔn apɛkagye ne kama ɛnum ɛna agyina tafoman ɛna wɔn wɔne nkrokyɛse a wɔn agye wɔn nsaase sɛ wɔn ntu wɔn ho ɛmfiri wɔn nsaase ɛho owura Lawrence Nana aginsem wɔyɛ chief executive officer Emma SM Bank ɛna nsesɛ bi a wɔn de ba na ɛbɛboa ɛtɛdifo a wɔne wɔn ti dwa no nso Democrate ɛde ho asɛm aba anim ha na Democrate a yɛfrɛ ne sɛ Ghanaian publisher nso ɔde abranteɛ Sami Awuku ne mfoni aba abɛtoa na Sami Awuku ɛbɛɛbɛ panin paa wɔda ɛne lano no afei no wanya afe baako na afe baako a wonya ayɛ no ɛna wobu akontaa adwuma a wayɛ baabi a wɔfa adwuma no ɛne baabi a wɔde akɔduru no ɔka ho asɛm ɛwɔ ha afei Tema New Town Wembley construction bi a ɛkɔ so wɔn ani agye paa ni Ajay Kraku II sports complex ɛna wɔn si ɛde ahyɛ n'anuonyam na wɔtrɛ sɛ mampani Nanado ɛka sɛ wɔnya reshuffle no ni ministers ni wobi ahome wobi akoma atɔ ne yam enti wɔde alan kɔgya kyerɛ mantenton ne mfoni abɛtoa ononyamfo kɔgya ɔpɔnkroma ɔno nso ada ha Dominic Nitiwu ɔno nso ada ha Mami Aslewusu Akufo ɔno nso da ha ɛna wɔwura akosia moako ata ɔno nso ɛda ha ɛnam sɛ mampani ka so wɔnya reshuffle nti wɔn akoma ato wɔn yam mampani Nanado akɔ inspect ɛyɛ 9.2 million Ghana cedis factory ɛwɔ Bimbila ɛsɛ 1 district 1 factory no asia Democrate ɛka ho asɛm ɛwɔ ha na Democrate chronicle tire hanom sɛ ebi aka mu wɔ ha wɔtra sɛ Sami Awuku ɛbɛyɛ panipa ɛwɔ NL no ne ho akontabuo na wɔbue donations ya wɔn ayɛ community initiative a wɔn ayɛ enipa a wɔn aboa wɔn enipa yɛ edie sika a wɔn de ama saa nneɛma nyinaa no wɔbu ho akonta ɛde aba enti Sami ne nkwadaa bi kura ato ya no sɛ saa nkwadaa yɛ nkwadaa a waboa wɔn mu ama wɔn asetena mu etu mpɔn eniama pa Sami Awuku ɛkɔyɛ panipa a wɔda NLA ano wɔbu ho akonta ɛwɔ Democrate yi mu na Telegraphic Democrate mu anso wɔde aba no wɔkyerɛ sɛ tourism project ahodoɔ bi a na nka wɔn gusu a wɔn yɛ sikasɛm nti ɛyɛ atɔ ape Ebiri Gardens no wɔn yɛ bi yɛ asantoa centers nso na wɔn yɛ bi nanso saa mmea ahodoɔ nyinaa no wɔn ntumi antoa adwuma no wɔn yɛ no so ada yi a wɔn sɛ sikasɛm no ayɛ ahomete kakra sika no wote a wote no abasesine Access Bank Ghana ɛna wɔn tɛ sɛ wɔn first half result a wɔn anya no ɛyɛ very positive wɔn betumi akɔ wɔn anim afei mental health authority ɛna wɔn kyerɛ sɛ Supreme Court egyina wɔsi yɛ sɛ ɛnya adeɛ a yɛbɛma kwan ma Ghanafoɔ obi akɔdua na yɛnum bi a yɛatɔn bi saa adeɛ ne deɛ wɔn se Supreme Court ayɛ adeɛ paa enti wɔn bɔ n'aba so afei sidi no a ɛda fam a dollar na ɛte ne fam no ɛtɛdifoɔ tiɛntiɛm sɛ wɔn ho tiri wɔn paa ɛtɛdie egu esan sɛ sika a wɔn tua ɛwɔ port wanso wɔn ayi wɔn nneɛma no wɔn ntumi nti aban ehu wɔn mmɔbɔ kakra na the Herald Democrat no nso or the Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mohammed Bawumia ni abɛtoa ononyamfo kan wofori ataya Finance Minister na na ya osafo mafu ya Special Advisor ma President Bank of Ghana boss Dr. Ernest Addison
Kransa no pebeka ye ni etie for chair story back we di akotin on diverse news online portals no so say say Speaker of Parliament wanye when declare yes address for seat na and ebinimu ba be court
Joseph Osewu
so be quite MP hints at court action if Speaker Bagbin fails to declare address for seat vacant yenko na yenkoji yenchechim no bi nka ho sa asemi Brian ni mrashebedwani ojiama be quite Honorable Joseph Osewu so anope yeno no ndi nkomo Honorable yeda asemu akwa baba ni TFM so mpomwe ya hoya pa da sisi webusa asem ye da internet news online portals ne penchichi mu se wodi atudwa se Speaker of Parliament, when declare Adjusafo seat, Honorable Adjusafo seat as vacant there, and you move be court. Sana Okano, saying in Chichim no Pachanope.
That's the about say. Obu say asem the year no. Na more creative headline. Na mo dey say no. They can was a headline there more right the one. And what we are discussing in my name is a headline. But the community between 40 years the a year Ghana Constitution mono. A year Embrano Neste. And your mommy and Sensia. It's the wow it is so sorry. It didn't time. One membership job and class here. I will meeting back. Meeting the Parliament transfer and I teach mommy and son. If January could see March and I empire one meeting. Near breaky, near about May to August, one meeting. Near breaky, near about October to December, one meeting. The same meetings in the summer. It would be the one Martinus here in period no more. Now one's required. The work on so. I just say when you church a more possible Emma Privileges Committee. Intake. Honorable Adjusafo. At the Denver Privileges Committee say one month transfer and pray at 9 million. One required. So when church will be a American Privileges Committee. Privileges Committee no abon biara. Yanteneka. And the report by the Prime Minister Bujamu said, by operation of law, and Brano said the constitution no cano. I saw it at Kunyaso. And Arababu said, the speaker and declare. The speaker and the water would declare. And Brano ne say, and Brano and both speaker day. I say, one bus and prayed one required. Not the one young church, one children committee, no. And the speaker, the also would declare. What's the nonsense speaker declare? Now, to say, Chinia ba, the Embrano Chiredumua, and the court, Supreme Court, and I'm rubbing it to me. They were in Chichibu. And when I went over the outpost was the assistant speaker declare. So, they are kind of there. After the challenges speakers over your BB. Or my report or no. And there are some of my Kenyan church there. To me, no. I'm running from my speaker. And yes, I was the one teaching and what declared it there.
Bampacho boy kakra wachichi mu kama but bibia yefese nyanti ase kakra me kai se bem se dano na sa semi bepie na mudi hu nkomo speaker kan bibi se emra no se ne sitie no even court of appeal kra no nchire mu no ya na akwa bibia wo honom sei enti tisi wonya briankasa na wodi written extensive ruling bi at the banning the account. So nia woke na kwakwa me say menti ase ne say ade na straightforward e da honum say eye Ghana mrapon kase na kire say well say woni pa akono ebu emra no so say dia speaker kran say bi obeka kire so well me the ruling be ba na say eno ani say automatic but onye sa na tie any o de tutu bi anya speaker kan ye no a na uchi me say ma
but the speaker kan no na me dem ho. But the material they say, Honorable Haruna, a review objection. And now, Honorable Chairman, Majority Leader, I also respond to it. To what we know, we are time we are on. And I'm Mr. Speaker, that's all the whole ruling. I'm saying, I don't go for confused, we are not with whether the seat is vacant or not. And no. Ruling no. Of course, I don't much na many them report on me no. And Konya, meaning say no a year, whether the seat or vacant. The Senate there, who share a member, a member shall vacate his seat. A member shall vacate his seat.
And the article I want to article I want to
97(1)(c).
Okay.
Uka ukope wa bi na kan mo bi ante. Na ma me so ene ya okambo mo ase ubesoro wa konya so. So anti constitution don so says the nipa no so na konya so ana a kwan bedam na se bedam a clerk of parliament na be letter commission amade. Uka ye committee report na ni na church any system no be court as far as the Attorney General, the Supreme Court, and so a Court of Appeal at the time, after the character there, the Court of Appeal decision, the highest court decision a war. The Court of Appeal report.
Okay. So now come by Article 97(1)(c). Now wadama it for so mean kind it for 97(1)(c) no so 97(1) or say a member of a parliament shall vacate his seat in parliament. C no say if he is absent without the permission in writing of the speaker and is unable to offer a reasonable explanation to the parliamentary committee on privileges from 15 sittings of a meeting of parliament during any period that parliament has been summoned to meet and continues to meet. And he's saying, and 97(1)(c) no eka. And when now just said, Ajua Safo, Ebu Abono sa yemre, Meboa.
Anio. Mr. Speaker, no, and the break committee, say, Parliament records, MP4 me in some way. Mobumra no so. Nti se mo wanchechi mu bia mo ko kan che committee no. The mo kan to committee na so mo a mo hu so. Dan to committee na so mo dia ene emra na dim. Me ansa no emu mi no aba be kire o masem. Committee na jatum. Masema mo kan ya no. Eto aso. Ama ABOAGYE asafo de. Wa makwa. It's a movie, but automatically, the mental well see that channel.
And you want man no it's near be any whom we are crowd because Mikasa Nebika and now Nipa no crowa manoni let be as some of the command akokanensa and kokanensa a fan way you man we was Sakwan so dear because bia. Buye and pepe send ya yem ranoma ho kwan hye ne tie se okay empo so akopia manone a se motom nsa friend mo fa sa kwan we su ni we su no muye bibia na ba no no anka se wamba report no ana madwuma we ende obia ntimi nyi ho achinye won
won se o mai mo edu mrasa mo ngobon so da amanyo so enti ngobon manyo so mkeka de nkabi in almost a problem. The host it really a mere war and the chuma. Not to say this is yourself for which is minimum on climate or my can be there. The minimum say, Uba parliamentar, which I had also now be me. My dress is Itibia what they are top parliament in Krataso. Say a penua, yem from farmer, ye are found in a your parliament study orders no so chere the who should be the Krata manua. I am my shabby genoa. What to be the good fee would be jack the lipa beer where you're pending an adult to be a to me the connection office. He may win in a faso. So now. Yeah, we person one for to share them so that say what kind 97(1)(c) no or say one na one church no more. Okay, a year or more abono na sede so we den chichimu ba
Okay.
and the speaker for or too magnanimous so some monko chichim can you the speaker no say okay all there or ni yim the marane bum ma fa chichimu mi amade dem monko komti hono ko chichim ti komti no bum say technically ka wono na so hwehwe ye yeah, but more than I was in the Biashan. Fabric was on Becaya. On the joy news by intake. Running every no, yes, the Crata, SSA, intimate and Zaka. Obama joy news called Catchereno. There. Privileges come to a parliamentary show. And he said, no one tea in pa, sat under there on record. Okay. Na said dear Senka or no ba. No be can asem privileges committee. And there he and say yet tina no. Yet na say sorry and pray na yo say. Ina ina culture be and friend ho. Abrante no o arrange ma joining for na kasa no. The small me call ho. O see you ya the man or the man. It's so say the crash and the man. Social media. I don't know just a boy active war. Didn't he did both the wood? Yeah, the two newspapers, Parliament for online portals. In I did hobby. My son was sitting be out of car. It's your mobia. Come to last night. Another time.
See, so we crown and Tia dear Bia, o can't say speak and declare sitting vacant, dear. O back court and I be a movie back court.
Yamin, this is a bus say, it's near Bahu, dear, and the court one a bit. In fact, Rabano Busam said, majority for the Bokodom said, there be any majority and now minority of them. Na should be a phobia. A bit similar than any better. For our future guidance. So, in fact, yet to not fair no, yet, any time you know about no, it be daddy. Number 7 phobia. Said the they know why I didn't move from Brano. Many son a chair. And tea. And I will say a terrible, a mind church and move back. Maybe physical so. I was a net to loom the twasso. No time Brano saw, and Gassel said twasso. I said, do in fact, Supreme Court, sorry, Court of Appeal ruling on also kind of the same thing. Because in the past constitutions, there were the 15 continuous sentences. But we did continuous meaning until Banne at the Chihuahua. We share on our Canada Japan, the essay now Kaya about 22 sentences and our 20 sentences. So, maybe them. I don't know who caught in so they edited them, but Okanya Egunum. It animal in any down. Because Basta was Yenya and Kelmage nearby. The Ramani to me so a church the mood. It's a good photo. Ohana, which it is said, a bit me a coaching church and Mona as guidance for here no Abba.
May I sure say, teach you Dom Cassier, and I know Casa Crazy, I said, don't do for Tigari, Moacra, Afuno, me bois, Adrasafu, CT, CCI, and declared vacant, me bois.
That's a mere okay. To me, I no pen on a bare headline. The one most of them.
Honorable. That's headline. Headline. How na Pacho be brief.
The truth of the matter is that the headline, no, and can the true picture. So, the fact that we be family say, Manu, you know, the question was I mean, I don't remember. And do not distort discussion.
But no, I see. I don't know. I say how an pacho.
A hammer said the headline at this talk at some pan commodity.
I see. Auntie Bunyano.
Wow, the one who will be a and the name Momo finding.
Basho, CCID with you, I bear with that, my boy.
Wait there.
You declare seat in the vacant, I bear with it.
Oh, well, a question when I make a yambra. I never papa. The bayan Pima home. I am the phone among your phone. And Brana, Yana, and ye say a per se, ye be Juma. Yenia, Brano. It do say the deal be paid. Like yet to change home. And to me, yet to home. I'm a partner, I just to the day call. O my no probo. Teach your month. Really, I am Brano. We are. Me agree, I am Brady Juma. With constitution, any constitution, I'm a lawyer for fraud. After some time, I'm service of crimes of him. Not be the way they fire, the way they call. That's like, if we are constitution, they are control sober. They are just to. It do the constitution, it will be paid. Man, you can jump it there, I'm going to cancel. And yet they are making and yet they are working and yet they are Branoka.
Well, you're saying a beque, and a pay MC at BC and say near Darcy. I mean, sure, Passer. We need to see idea more who Jimmy, so say be a constituency of Juman so Cosso.
But I'm a choir of paying the MC from crime about me. And then me cocaine.
Okay.
Almost lunch. Graduate students week now. Maybe lunch.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Nyamin kan. That's it. First Deputy Speaker, my Emrashebe Jim was answering a teaching the Privileges Committee. Wamo ena womudi Emrashebe for bear me and Sam. Womukopio minimum once. Yes, sir, Josepho and Second. Honorable Joseph Oseusu, I am Rashebe Junior Jeremiah Bekwa, and pay neat 100.9. Ghana Muntie Jumedi Sono as you go. So, that's me about to just say, well, a beam back court. Na say one more answer. Na say your man declare Josepho seat in the vacant. And home command pay any D.
Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie, Ghana Muntie.
Oh, there's some papa. Cassia Bo. Go work at Tamonsa. Amaya say. Cassia Waye.
Onye yimu. No cretrodo. Kawagile kamadile bo.
Nita fe.
Mama yentie. Kwasi ABOAGYE 100.9.
Kwasi Bonkwe.
Ara.
Over Kwasi. Oh, say, Mammy, I am a cow, over question initially, no. Na me support, no. Na me feel say bia, or with the new idea bia. I will say, and yet you are before who will munana or befia or becca. But over question, a yabro so. A yabro, I feel back quoting. Say, Uradi Adam, Nessa. Over kwesi August in the woman ya keka koyo. Ya beka ti ni beti September 9 months. Net say October, November, December. Ni ye di Christmas so. Over kwesi u keka ko be say 2 years. And adey. Edi nkwa adey. Na the heart ne kura ne say enka at least say one will see asi we hu wasam kan ya kama. At least wo dia bra. Say abrotire wano se dia nkoa na wo ya emrasebe datna se bra na baka tire wonum se bia ade a me ye no mehia na kakra ka ho ansa na metumi aya de kuro na wie ntimo ma me bre o constituency ntishe o party chairman wonim wo hye empanimfo a wonom nyina wo bia nim wo hye tisi a wo bisa na asamo a atise na brand ya ba akupe ya wadam ni dimpo de sei na na dubi pe eno what overkwesi adai why adai abroso media me na me support no ba sisi e die overkwesi wo keka ko be say 2 years ade anko
Need 100.9 Ghana Montie Jumedie sinu asiogwe.
Members, honorable members, this is a very serious matter. And it is not only the House that has recognized the difficulty involved in operationalization of this article. Even the Court of Appeal did so. What I can say now, I have listened to you. I'll have to consult the old lady. I am going to consult the old lady just now. And then you also have to listen to me. And so just give me 2 minutes. I'm consulting the old lady.
Right, so yanko eni mianto aso Neat FM ya no pe dwumedie Ghana Montie anope eneku August ne de to so edu kwesi aboagye medi dwumedie ho chia me kwabramafo kam ho boaken kan de bonkrata no ensem no se ne sitie nim ne emu nsem nyina e de aman fekofko kwabranto aso de bonkrata no sesen
yo abusia for the bonkrata medru so amede emamu aye the bonkrata ya friend say the Herald na the Herald the bonkrata nim ho anom no what ye kukuda mumfoni abetua His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mohammed Bawumia was received to a bota kama unso ya kratini ononyanfo kan wafori ata yesikasam so afo wode ne nsam ye nu asum nano nana ya wasafo mafo wa presidential advisor wono nso ati hanum say ya wode ne nsa asum nano Bank of Ghana amrado pani a wadano Dr. Enes Addison ono so eda hanum say na Democrat tire say Japan royalties no obi atene ho afrim kan wafori atanko ade wose asum tumawi akọ Japan de woni de wanyam woni no bewu ba bia beko bia woni no beko but mpanimfu aka wonyina tire no say ade no ansha de asembeba kwakufrim pound de asembeba but kan wafori atanko ade watire say asem kro no emra eba wode ne bobaje abrantie samia wuku obeye penimpa wo National Lottery Authority obu akonta afiba akunie abrantie no ayade pa yampene no ejuma waye emwa wo mudi abu amanfo ene nsesefo fra wode ba enele en webu hu akonta kama ewo de bakata enimu hayi customs boss no a wo mu indict no ewo tax evasion case hu no wadi ne mfoni abeto mama labianka GMPC ajumayafo en watesu amumu atemie no ebi trese chief executive officer fufuro ya wo ba ye wo motew ebi nso trese ye wo ya ade de nipa be ya no ye mampani na na adanko akufu ado en wo abokofie Japan din se onko head youth employment agency baby ana Justin Kodua from Pon ewo no ntie neyi owura yi na ewurade aye na domo a oko akwakoye adwuma ewo ho na Democrat aye friend say custodian anim ha na wode chairman wode ne ho kwaku apia ne mfoni abetoa na wote say wo ba Ghana ye wo rich history pa owura Haruna Iseku watoa na nanom wanse do na oye MPP amanyoko ni ba mapakrampa okurekura dibre bebre MPP amanyoko no omu esu Haruna Iseku abrantie Samia Wuku aside the Bokata ni manne Samia Wuku esontakrate ewo de Bokata awudo no bebre mu enele ejima wokoye wo no afeba akunie wo mu tese so far so good wa bono ho mountain pa wa tire no bobre abrantie no ehunu se yes sa mabunu yama wo mu adwuma wɔn betumi ayɛ enti wohyɛ pictures ya ɛwɔ hanom sɛ ya abranteɛ Samia Wuku egyina hanom sɛ ya nkwadaa mmienu ɛte ne nkyɛn so wɔn wuridi books ɛna wɔne ne mpanimfoɔ nso ɛwɔ ha mampanin Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ɛnso ɛma no mu apiafo yee meba mesoma wo anwuma nimu ase enti mampanin nso ɛbɔ Samia Wuku aba so ɛwɔ ha abranteɛ Asamoagyan wɔno nso ɛne Samia Wuku ɛtia wɔ ha no sɛ Asamoagyan nso ka kyerɛ Samia Wuku sɛ mo wayɛ adeɛ ɛne so wɔn sɛ kura check kakraka bi sika bi a wɔn donate ɛde ama Samia Wuku egyina ha no sɛ nkwadaa bi a wɔn gye nteteɛ health screening ni ade ɛnso ɛwɔ ha asɔfoɔ kuku dam ya wɔn nso ɛbɔ Samia Wuku aba so wɔn ɛwɔ ha okuta kɔɔpo bi ɛwɔ ha National Operation Center ya Ghana Police Service nneɛma a wɔn kɔyɛ wɔ hɔnom so wɔtwa ho mfoni ade aba abranteɛ Calibos ɔno nso egyina ha Kumasi Asante Kɔtɔkɔ Fabros wɔn nso mpanimfoɔ bebree egyina ha nom sɛ ɛnɛ deɛ pictures no afɛ paa NLA Samia Wuku achievement so far so good. Na the Bokrata ya friend sɛ Republic Press yanim ha sei ɛna wɔde Tamale Mayor na ho asɛm de aba na wɔsuwen Tamale Mayor esu sɛ sawuba Tamale etamambɔ agye kuro ni nyinaa bɔ so ayɛsɛ Sodom and Gomorrah ɛmaa yi wɔn mu abɔ bɛɛsi bere sɛdeɛ no wɔn ahu wɔ Tamale hɔ ɛna wɔn abɛtu atɛsɛ guɔ wɔn mma mmarima wɔafoɔ nkɔfie ɛna da biara so wɔn di atentie nie prostitution no akɔsoro akɔ enti mmarima no bebree nya responsible ɛyɛ adeɛ bi ha no paa enti wɔ taato ɛwɔ ha no mu sei the Obokrat anim ha no mu nso wɔde His Excellency the former president John Dramani Mahama ne mfoni abɛto ha no mu sei sɛdeɛ wɔpagya ne nsa baako no wo sɛ wɔyɛ kratini wɔtena sɛ mampanin Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo wo sɛ nipa a wɔne wɔn bu mman yi a wɔn nyinaa wɔn abrɛ they are all tired wɔn tene kura nsi so enti ɛbɛyɛ a ɔmfa fresh ideas na saa fresh ideas ne sɛ wɔmfrɛ national dialogue ɔman mu ne nyinaa wɔn adi akotene wɔ business civil society organizations ɛkuaku ahodoɔ obiara mfa ne tirimupɔ ɛne n'agyenkyerɛ ɛmfa mmra na economy ne gye a ɛgye guo no ɛnti ngu baakofoɔ so ɛgye guo ɔman mu ne nyinaa so enti wɔmfrɛ national dialogue na wɔman mu ne nyinaa yɛntena ase wɔmpa kwan pa a wɔbɛtumi de wɔman no afa so na sɛdeɛ wɔtoto wɔman no deɛ nyame anim no kura ni ɛnso ani CDD foɔ ɛne wɔn kyerɛ sɛ saa Ghana card no nkoa no a electoral commission kyerɛ sɛ ɛno nkoa no wɔde bɛyɛ registration no ɛntɔ asom asɛm na nyɛ wɔn dɛ enti wɔn nso ba betu wanamɔn aka kyerɛ electoral commission sɛ Ghana foɔ no wɔsom yɛn ɔntumi ntena wɔnom no wɔnyɛ nea wɔpɛ ɛnkeka nsɛm bia sɛ me na meyɛ electoral commission deɛ mepɛ na mɛyɛ sɛbi nipa nti ne yɛyɛ mmara ɛnyɛ mmara nti ne yɛyɛ nipa enti wɔn nso awura tie mu a wɔn nso de attack kɛseɛ ɛte ɛma electoral commission wɔwura bi fura adwuma baayɛ ɛna wɔbisa ne yere sɛ n'aduane wɔyɛ ɛna ne yere ne sɛ mewura hwɛ wokɔ adwuma me simi ntumi o akwadaa baabi a wabɛhyɛ sɛ ntaaka akra ne ma wo obi a manyin sɛ na amant me simi ntumi nya me ho so ntumi anyɛ hwee ɛnsi wɔ bɛrima ne se asɛm no nyɛ ne dɛ wɔsɔɔ wɔ baa yi mu esibam ɛboro ne tiatia no a ɔbaa yi gyaa ne ho too fam apɛ ɛsɛ da hɔ wobɛda hɔ no mu awu wɔkɔ aba mpa ɔbaa yɛn nso a na ɔbaa ne da hɔ no mu a wawuo Madina Drobes ɛna la nkwantanan asambre wɔn kyerɛ wɔn siguo no mu so sɛ wɔn ɛtete wɔn mu akwan nso a deda dampotem wɔn mu nyinaa papa bi anhyɛ da anim a wɔta ato ɛwɔ ha na telegard Bokrata no anim ha mampanin Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo wakɔ inspect factory no a meka sɛ yɛ bayerɛ ne banche factory no one district one factory ɛhyɛ bi ɛwɔ bimbila ɛyɛ 9.2 million Ghana cedis ɛna wɔn de hyɛ mu teacher bi wɔn de no kɔ circuit court ɛwɔ Tamale adan yi a a student ya wɔkyerɛ wɔn mu adeɛ no ɛna wɔne wɔn dafo wɔn to mmarima no wɔne wɔn dafo wɔn to ayɛ ne suban wɔn aka teacher yi ntumi nyae na beebi asɛse yɛ ma no kɔda ɛyɛ afiase prison nti wɔkɔ akɔdam 7 years wɔba wɔhu akwadaa bi ato a wɔmfa nworo mɛdam ase Dr. Ferris yɛnya yɛse wopɛ Africa hanom say the most respected chief executive officer Dr. Ferris yɛnya no a Trinity Hospital ɛyɛ ne dia no ɔno ho asɛm ɛna mekan enti wetwa ne mfoni ɛde abɛto a ɔno kura na nanum wɔ baabi wɔbɛyɛ chief executive officer ɛma akwalabu yɛ kyerɛ nsɛnsɛm bebree ɛba ho no wasan de His Excellency the former president John Dramani Mahama ne mfoni aba abɛto de bɔkrata daily guide anim ha asɛm koro no a wɔka yɛ amaka ho asɛm no wasan de aba ɛn wɔtɛ sɛ economy sɛ yɛ papa ɛnka SMP foɔ ɛndangredi yɛmfa yɛnkɔto wɔ nipa nsɛhwe economy no wanyɛ bibia tete apansam enti mampani sabi wɔyɛ coach a coach bembo na de betoto no coach we coach ya wasampo no wa friend say sa coach no wanya de ne modebo nsani enti asase wo pa ideas foforo e de kan de an se de be ya obetumi de atetere wo man no na baby a wo de Ghana nam no de nyame anim no kure ni adehye ebre na the new publisher anim ha sa teacher ni no a one student no edafo moto student no wafa baako 18 student yo ena teacher ni ene wo modaye enti e daily ni 7 years court no kura ni tirimu ye enka tsasa akwada baako bia enka mo ba ni 2 years akwada baako bia wo fa ne to se be ma emma gu wonum bebre student mo kura samo se mo nya nkokɔ na mo nwinyamwa enti nkiyate ase student ya nya de papa nanso student maguo wagya wo mu nyina na wo ne mema na wo fa mema to enkata se bema ba ko bia ya mani 2 years na nkiya de atamsi 18 ni ya de na tum ya sentence no for life next time wo ba won fedisa enyambra nsem ne bio wo mu de pressure to mama labianka so say one resign every council of state membership no awaye no so esanse ni tumedi a woti ye no wa afaso adiebu o man no afaso maami asla owusu akufo wa yamra sebeteni san soafo a o se communication so wa ti abasobode ye no excellence in governance award na wo mote amano mampeni na na danko akufo ado na wo dinaye wo muteso wo tre krata bi koma Nigeria president ya na fa na pomuden ho wo se da bi anya no kure sa asem no a wo mo ka no wonim ho se His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Alhaji Mohammed Bawumia woni akuku dambi eda hanum se ya eye Zongo Development Board no a inaugurate ye no sampenimfu akuku dam en wode enwoma bi akurakura wonim semu a wo mu nyina hwa so akenkan ede aso ewo to kama no obia akwakoye naduma the informer the bakata anim wanom nso nana otio serebo aya council of state chairman nana frantuma ene yede no abeto anom sei Eunice Jacqueline Boa asoma hene Labianca ewura no yeta afra no mama Labianca ne ho afa pa waye ne ti kama ena ne tenda no kom en was sent atade no ye designer wear store set afa pa ene se yede na beto en what the special prosecutor owura kisi ajaben enso ede na betoa na pressure en wo mu de to council of state chairman so titru pa western region en wo mu tese wo mu maame no en resign din en free council of state akonya wote so no esanse ade a waye no de enya de papa owura Johnson asiedu nkatia en ye de ne mfoni abetoa no mu a ye de ade bi ekura ne nsam na what say Ghana card nwasam no iPark nsiemudi omukoya enkasa problem nyina emma finance minister Ken Fodiata en wo katre SMP fo se womu ratings papa ben womu ni me ya womu be rate Ghana de akoto CCC plus wo abrantie bi wo kwa electricity cable sa na eja wom enti ogusu a wo wia no a ene urade sibehwe ECG4 ene ja no fam enti afam a pe ene ti abrantie electrical tu no enti electrical tu no a pe no wada no me say ya wo pray ya wadwo ene washitum ya watu anananom ewo ensiatu the insight the bucket anymore asante mantem ena nananom ayemfo ne bi etre se aben wo ya me dofo adaada me esanse wo hye asante mantem pa modern bo a wo mo de bo a MPP aben ya enyi wo masida nie enya beda ye ene sumina so wo hina wo mamponten kwabere East constituency asante mantem barema sase ayeboafo ya wotoso mienu ene wo kata MPP aban se wo ye guo manim asepa empuntujuma a wo tete no asante mantem akakire nti won hwana womoa wo mu Holy Trinity ena spa penipa wadano Dr. Feresenya ene yase nei ono no ye the most respectable chief executive officer ever the whole of Africa. Dr. Amwa and Wakatra finance minister can woforiata na officer appointe when him say was say ni urabaho when him say on one who and anu otutuo banks ya juma kama ya Ghana for dia atrim poni ni atrim odin pesami nkuminya enti waba be banks nyina kwa emfaso bia maso na wote wanu a economy adin nsemu afa na wote wa wo fefe wo se enti Dr. Amual kan bia atre ne se banks no a wogu no no yesu na kata enso onkoda se bank no a wonkosere no wonkopa ne chew na saade no de enya ade a wo mu de bete no da. They find that the worker anymore a special financing instrument be and was see here titru pa ewo palm oil sector ewo West Africa and me say I say kojo demfi and what they asem ya to the MPP for and wo mu sun haruna iseku after trade and eba be sa se rade adom a September ya GPRTU sa uroto mandatory towing levy no omu assign the aba enti oka essay esi kwan so a yebekwa akofa no watie sika kakra urade adom a September yi na esase ayajima na tell das party anim ha GPRTU for omu be start towing policy enya September ye October na omu esase enti towing policy no a oka esi kwa so na towing ka akoto yebetue sika kakra no ensan ete abebio yama yagene enko energy so ena afi mining yama e focus enko so Dr. Mohamed Baumia and watchre here see benya Zongo Development Fund ya wode ho asem ete aba afi Donald Trump assembly some time ago and also the bokate ede aba na telling statement anim ha one state one factory omutese ya dia sefu gia 9.2 million yam cassava factory ewo bimila enipa miensa ene yate wo mu tinubu akodua senior high school student no a wo mu koku ni ayaya no yate nipa miensa NSS and wo mu standing pin code registration deadline no ebeye August 22nd Ghana and Commonwealth Games no yaya de panti yaboya baso Dr. Mohamed Baumia kata Zongo Development Fund board say womunyiri womuhunya adwuma na impuntuo embra Zongo na Manchester United ye team no de si ade ye wo disaster ye si abrantie bi a wo betumi aboaye ni ye team no ayeye ye si a friend Marco Arnautovic na Marco Arnautovic definitely be kwa kofa no no aba be si akan ade amazansi ye team no de si ade egu na the new crusading guide anim ha company na nado cassava na yam factory no e wo bi mila ho asem no wasan de aba abrantia samitemfi ene nipensie bi eka no ho ena omafa complain ewo aviation consumer protection office a ewo United States of America adaya Delta Airlines for ena no ya womuma yeyem sisi yempa na nya asem ketwa enti womumpempata emaye Madina Highway and what I say new bus terminal bi di aba ho no mo a isi 1 week ultimatum say yi saade no enfemfiri wo Wembley and Ghana Port and Harbours Authority and ACBA ni AJ Kraku the second sports complex Tema judicial committee and akati enumpodie Nananmoyefo and Sensemunti.
Made us say Messaba Subio Manope need 100.9 Ghana Montie so and was your great as you go so ye didn't come out. Yeah, no page me dear Ghana Montie and now koi August needed to so a do. Yeah, Femi Kwesi ABOAGYE me did me dear chame cameraman from so working kind of Bonkratano at your mind.
I'm very certain that you hear comments and concerns even from your own party calling on you, appealing to you to re-energize your party, bring new ideas, new energies, reshuffle ministers especially. Are you going to do, or do you have any plans of a major reshuffle anytime soon?
I don't, but even if I did, even if I did, Gaddafi, with respect, it's not on your radio station.
You will not reshuffle anybody here.
I'm not going to reshuffle anybody here. That is a matter that I will take in an appropriate way. But let me say it again. I know that people are making a lot of noise about this matter. But several of the people who are responsible for assisting me to steer the country out of the difficulties that we inherited and out of the difficulties that have subsequently come are still in place. And many of them, for me, have done an outstanding work. Their output has been considerable. And that's what I look at. There's an issue about reshuffle or the performance of ministers. It isn't as if it is something that every now and then my mind comes to. It's a daily preoccupation for me. I'm required on a daily basis to ask myself whether the output of particular ministers is up to the mark. I am the final authority, and if they're not up to the mark, I'm required to act. But if the output measures the expectations, then I don't have any strong reasons to heed the call. The calls come from all kinds of reasons. NDC wanting to destabilize your government is one. There are people who are also looking for jobs.
Especially since yesterday. People have been sending me CVs to give to you.
well, there you are. I'm not disputing that there is quite a lot of attention on it, but I also think it is important for us to have a really holistic look at this matter and be certain of what we're doing. But as I say, it's not no responsible leader, president, prime minister will announce, I intend to reshuffle my no. If you're going to do it, you do it. If you're not going to do it, you just continue. So that's what I have to say.
Ghana Muntie, na mansanya so adawro kofiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo NEET 100.9 FM
100.9 Ghana Montie yano pa jumedie NEET FM ano asu go so a daily graphic there bokrata ano enim honum saying was the ruling on cannabis cultivation. Mental Health Authority hails decision. Enti we no akwa say Mental Health Authority. Ubeka na say ya. Ebinumu ede court say be ya Supreme Court hwe na we ye makwan ne ntimi ndua na manfo wo mtwi ngum ne ka ho. Na Mental Health Authority for akasa ho Dr. Akwesi Osei Chief Executive Officer Mental Health Authority. Mamen kwa man so na senior graphic ken yene no eni nkomo mfa ho Dr. Dase mo akwa baba NEET FM so senior graphic ken na say Supreme Court ruling ya ba ye nuanu bia o de kodan court say enka ye makwan na ye ntimi ndua wi ni export ni enka ho na diska ene fa so bebre be bre o man no Yes, court no bua said there be emra no ma kwan sa no mo bo say mo say yes ne kwan so ano no sa na tie doc it's your for juice
yeah and then court agent na ye just the kwan so as some kan na menya system kakra
okay
parliament extra say ye makan say obi ebetwe bia free no na wɔka bi baako bi a ɛno sɛ wosoma a wonyɛ tae na ɛno de yɛtumi nso de yɛ ntuo ɛne yɛtumi nso de yɛ ntoma na ɛno no ɛnni mu ayɛ anaasɛ ka mu ɛnnimu akodoɔ agu mu na baako yɛfɛ no TEC Central Hydrogen TEC ɛno na wosoma na amoa yɛ hae no ɛna baako bi nso no TEC ɛtwa na berɛ a wɔbɛdu no yɛfɛ no CBD Canada Dio ɛno no wonnom nyɛ hae ɛno no yɛtumi biribi firi mu yɛ aduro nti ɛno no na parliament ɛka sɛ yɛma CBD deɛ no ho ɛkwan na obi ɔpɛ sɛ obia no ɔkɔgye lanse sɛ minister for interior hɔ a na wɔtumi adua na watɔn ama yɛde ayɛ aduro ɛnyɛ yɛnom yɛ hae yɛfrɛ no state anaa recreational cannabis ɛno deɛ ɔma ama ho sa na mmom na deɛ yɛka no sɛ ɛsiane sɛ bi akodoɔ no nyinaa ɛsɛ no wɔma haba no ɛsɛ no deɛ ɛyɛ ndɛnti no ɛna deɛ no ne nyinaa ahaba no sɛ enti fama ho ba sɛ yɛtua yɛde bɛyi aturo no a obi bɛfa ho ayɛ kɛsɛ nipa dodo no bɛfa ho ayɛ kɛsɛ na ɔdua ɛnom ɛyɛ bɔne
nti ayɛ sɛ yɛbɛfa bronya ho ne arepa no wɔ ho
saa pɛpɛɛpɛ enti no wohwɛ a wɔn ɛsɛ parliament ɛdɔn hyɛ sɛ yɛba kwa ne yɛbia saa CBD no wɔn a wɔn bi yɛ hae no bose wɔn bose paa sɛ wɔn ɛtena sɛ wɔn nya ɛbrɛ a wɔn nya wɔn kɔsu de adua deɛ no ana wɔn bɛtumi nya na ɛno no ka kyerɛ sɛ ɛsan sɛ bibi papa hwan ɛfɛ ɛfɛ de ne mmawe krakas no na ya ada na ɛnyɛ bebree sekwan pa na yɛ ma ho kwasla no mu dia yɛ fɛ de kun sɛ bɛn so ɛsɛ ma na da ko to se ko nti aba fo so dia bɔ no ama ɛbɛ ha gye ɛna yɛ nka da da yɛ nan so wɔn no ma adwuma ho bebree wokɔ sakare ko na nipa wɔ ha da mu bia de mu bɛ bia yɛ wi no ɛna ɛden yɛde no ba tio na sɛ sɛ bɛ ma sa fa ne ko bɛ dia kam na ko du sɛ nipa wɔ ya emu adwuma no ko di sɛ na wi ɛna ɛde ba yɛ nti ha na fɛn ka yɛde amma fa dia na ka yɛ sɛn ɛbra yɛ nkyɛ atɔ ɛhyɛn ɛhyɛn sɛ yɛatete aboafo a ba obi no hwɛ no nya adwo ya yɛbɛkɔ yɛatete bebree yɛbɛde sɛ bebree yɛ absent a obi bi na ko ha na yɛde no ɛna na ko na ko na program shi ko ya ko ma sɛ amanya ko ma ko bebree so on bebree a almost papa o ma na ama o ma ko we papa nti bo ne no na ko ma sɛ ni bo ne no na ka labo so no ya mo ya o me ti aku de no ye papa no de no tan hwɛ na dot we dia na ka fi dia an ko ma ko ka si dia papa no no on est pas na on so ya ye ni asora so ye be kime adi na on du tampe person dia na enye de ma ho kwa so hwɛ sika kakra bibi nya ku aka so no ti ya ma ho kwa ni dia de body ne so wa hwɛ so ti no na sika na onya so ba ya mo ko mo ba impress na ho de aso body na e ti ba na so enti Supreme Court ka said that the ma ho kwa dia no parliament ka sa ka ya twam na ko to no na ye bu esa mo fa ti twam.
I see. Me crowd here, minim ebia correct me. I might be wrong here. Because every be I twem kra na o support to say nka ye ma kwan na yentimi ndua ade yo.
No, David.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the encounter. Nemo dia na e bia o se bibi. That the encounter. Obi eye addicted. Say every and one ma eye addicted. You can't say addicted that I don't achun the moon. Achun the boy slave into one continue home. And she said, we are no, I'm actually the on the one. And some man actually I'm on the cocaine heroin. And no, dear, or no more, yanka, my cassette, or ye criminal, never yanka, yaren or yare. It's not or community. And it's not the Rebecca said we should decriminalize addiction.
Okay.
And no, and can say, I'm be a so be sure to my and say it's me, Emma Ojai. And your Osha to tell my own addicted, and you know what to write. Nemo, yeah, me and Chris Abreno, now all your addicted weed, yeah. And you never say, you're credit. I can't say about prayer, put it more a over a room. Now, who's the offer, so much enough, and your ebony. Nemo, when you cook, now I want to be a can we are, and you know what's not. Yeah, and I want that kind of and their secret. But if I can't say, Yama Hong Kong, you get it,
Doc, we can catch your margin on him saying, sir, Bray be passing Ray, Mutual Crata, and the Common Parliament, and for Parliament passing a Mutual Ye Crata, the moment penny, ma on find signature nan in some team so on science here, and Sunina, yeah, my baba yam running the account Supreme Court, and ABOAGYE said, Etia Ghana Bray. Na so is it say ebia ensem na mo kano parliament na ebia womon tiase ana no mu fi se nia mo kano en to asum se den even po manpanyi na still ye course wa yes adi
me kwe wo mo say samwa yes ana mo se embra no narcotic control law no from that do hon.
Yeah.
And you revise no. There's not that I'm narcotic control board. And you revise narcotic control commission. I just say commission move the same board. Some brother yes no na me make any yes share. I be na narcotic control board. And yes share I can say bring the young man home kan e ma ye no. Ada endua. Say na that you can. The call parliament and now one more and probably actually country council a coach state parliament change that I'm almost stand into honor no camera one more I can say despite the fact say they say my no real no say real not CB did not be put me could license on there into one say already man I'll go it's like your shirt your part training yeah, they could be there at that. And probably a bomb yet, the parliament, it's me, one of them, another company, one yet, if you are woman yet, and now if you are young, the parliament and just and the foyer for the dominant. It didn't have to be said, woman, yes, I'm brother, none of them could. Demon, begin to say, one more other Supreme Court. Supreme Court enter woman. And the violation say, and I'm going to find some because the Yakmania.
I see. Enti metiwasi ye game bi mu a na mekensi supin se se nka ye dua really nka ye dua for industrial and medicinal purposes a nka no kra de nka mo be fo aso bat amanfo be fa ho anhwe a ye be fa bronya ho anwe pa no eno ne o ha no meboa
pepe
no yentimi monitoring no enya ade a bia entimi nye adwuma wo ho
yan nsuche eje fabre abet mama mons na ye adwuma na Quality Control Commission kwa baka catch to mu nipa do eya hi wo mo sisi wo mo di office be bia o wo mo every regional office and a zonal office bia regions bia e9 ni akabum na mo office ba enti wo mo enter so enti monitoring be bia and now what they and not monitoring park to eba e so train wo mo gulu ya se be pass and a couldn't ahaban the sinkola na habano if you ba ko bia e no na habano se pa enti be pa and a couldn't haban ya taso banyan safo mo na e party say wa we experience and how between two different sana we na hold on in that it won't share any experience one share money pardon entity no we here ono ankasa ko na mpa
So ekodu brebi na say bia so aso man ye free say bia ye den hihye papa egu akwan mu na ye be niam yie dia nka mbefo aso so okay ye nua na ye nton ne nya mfa so wo so eno de nka mbefo aso mboa
eno de ka haje
okay
why you want to say every ama side effect there be you be transfer no bia enya ken card na sabre pa you want make sure boss ya got and I'm running car like 2-3 years no so so say kra nka ina ya ma maybe echo make us am not get we na dey buy idea now to be wants to be no am to make good answers and some pepper so and na dey hu ye no dey be hu be 10 times
you come on media bem say brebi atwem first pa na infan say yen say nim hwe no ehun so bi abodam bi asiwi no anom no abodamu
eno so ma enya no kre akwasa brand bia enya adwum ya bia we akatesi bia enya adwum ya bia broken heart nyama bebe and I'm take as over that kind of possible what for in work a good said there's a 30% and I the win and buy and the 70% that can say we and to know we are the one say over you are I think that every
and to muda Supreme Court say at least for esisia ye wo hoidi aso man wo mabu egu se parliament agya tu mama panyin de ni se siase but ye makwan e ma obi endua wi mo do mo se
and not just a parliament in run kwa enyambra o mo twem stand on patch
yeah
stand on patch enyambra o say unconstitutional nti o say parliament extra stand on patch and I was say the almost the second be you ho akwanya e de mo mo ka kra ko to jona kwa mo
Doc, I pay that in your papa. Dr. Akwesi Osei of Mental Health Authority opinion or down no and pay Supreme Court and chair and you near back with the assembly down saying cap Ghana CC baby no we a man for no bodama si we a man for no me na omodi omunyome nke ma kwan na yendua for industrial and medicinal purposes say ye de be to say bia bibi because we see a big kra nkun this year trim ni ade see a big kra wom enti for medicinal and industrial purposes dey nke ma kwan a copy because Narcotic Control Commission Act 2020 Act 1019 no ya yen sakra ewom ye parliament na parliament G2 mu o manpanyi enso sanse but a copy of Supreme Court enim Supreme Court say unconstitutional omoto aba no majority decision by 4-3 nti one bossa section 43 of Act 1019 almost say violate Article 106 of the 1992 Constitution no Article 106 of the 1992 Constitution almost say narcotic control mrana ya o manpanyi de ni sasha ase no etia let me see if I'll see Article 106 so Article 106 was say the power of Parliament to make laws shall be exercised by bills passed by Parliament and assented to by the President. No bill other than such a bill, as is referred to in paragraph A of Article 108 of this Constitution, shall be introduced in Parliament unless A, it is accompanied by an explanatory memorandum setting out in detail the policy and principles of the bill and the effect of the existing law, the remedies proposed to deal with those defects and the necessities for its introduction. In fact, but Article 106 no Supreme Court to General so say almost 106 and see kana kwan Parliament fa so sa almost share sa emra see ema kwan ni ndua wi Ghana ha sei no amfa Article 106 no nhye ne busu ntie no yemmo sa amre mfengu untimi ndua wi Ghana ha no sei na won hye da anye say okay for medicinal and industrial purposes na onfa bronya ho nwe pan no senia wote say Dr. Akwesi Osei chechim no ekoba na sa yemu bi e be fa ho na hye say ya say oye dua wi no for industrial and medicinal purposes na manfo bonso mu dua na ne e beto manfo mbe hye saa no mbe num kwabra na nka bonso nka nyina ye wi fo efuo bi Not just yeah, Toma man for
Ganja farmers.
Yes, ganja farmers.
Ganja farmer.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ganja farmers. Yeah, no mini tombi.
Yes, minam kacho.
Yeah, no mini tombi.
Inti. And we ban sound dia ebemu bia nso abodam.
Yeah. Obeba ha obi an camera.
Obeba obi an yede.
Obi an camera.
They say yenya ya high.
Yenya obi an.
Yeah.
Be take advantage.
Meda say my main kind comments in be encouraging man pay you jumedie so Shiftman ewa ton sukumasi say admittedly there is hardship in the system, but I beg Ghanaians to keep faith with this NPP government to make the economy work again. Shiftman and do we at the buy. All right, I'll just keep this one because it's full of attempted. Please tell Sierun Ketia that he should stop his baseless claim and make meaningful argument rather than lies and propaganda. That is one here from Emmanuel Kweku Yamua and Odieno Edibai. Okro Yeboah, Breman Benin. Nobody should put pressure on His Excellency Nana Akufo-Addo to do a reshuffle. He knows what is best for Ghana. Okro Yeboah with that one. Tete, details have started emerging on how the main opposition party is fighting the legislation that they had sponsored to be passed into law whilst in power. The NDC, during the administration of the late Professor Tamils, and former President Mahama passed a law to use Ghana card as the only means of registering to vote. I see. But see, please, what is the former President Mahama saying about the economy? You should know that the whole world is in a recession. That is why the economy is suffering during his time. And that's why the whole economy is suffering. During his time, there wasn't any recession, but he could not buy fuel to power machines to generate electricity. Mr. Tay, Gulf Estate, Tema. It is a fact that the cost of living in Ghana is very high, but government is building a resilient economy coupled with an industrialization drive for the betterment of the ordinary Ghanaian. Yawuza Swami. Whenever I hear former President Mahama talking about Ghana's economy and depreciation of the cedi, my heart bleeds. Yaw Osankide Taifa. Amisko Spelele Kaswa. In fact, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama must please give us a break on his usual propaganda analysis on our economy. He must rather applaud the government on its unprecedented management of the economy despite the challenges. Amweni Fita, Asaman Kese. Time of global crisis still. President Nana is doing very well. He has commissioned some roads, hospitals, and many more. It shows that Ghanaians, we have a good president. Amweni Fita, and Odiano Edibaye. Anna Fernando say if President Kufuor is very serious in fighting corruption, this Council of State member who invaded tax should have resigned or been fired from the Council of State by now. That is Anna Fernando. Need 100.9 Ghana Muntie Sunwa Suegwe 817. Anope Yanko na Yentwaso. De Bonkrata no Kamadi ene de wenim.
Abusia for the Bakata me de bay a Ghanaian observer. Na wati abakata fa tosunkru. Dear Mingunu wa hey aya emrase beteni a wetina ma de se woni to aben south to a. Na tuma penti e wade ono a na ekro. Wono asumpo ana ya deputy minister for trade and industry. That yene. Wono nyamfo make okyerebe afi ana wode ne mfoni abeto anim se ya. Wo trachire mampani na nado danko Akufo-Addo. Dwumadie bi a wo mu die emu. Na mampani ade na probo kopie mu ewa TV mantem ebra wo kro no na ono en wodi ne nsa nimfa so a wone no ekroye. Na Global Amas Processing Limited ya womu process bayire ena banche factory pa efe ewo bi mila eno wo Northern Region na ewonom ena wononyamfo watreba fi akyerɛkyerɛ mampani dwumadie no a womu di no emu na bra wo kyerɛkyerɛ mu kyerɛ no a kyɛ mampani na wono dead no wabisa watreba fi enti anum se man ne dai na wakyerɛkyerɛ mu akyerɛ no wase wow ahanum nso no watreba fi akyerɛkyerɛ mu akyerɛ no. And it was a fantastic discussion.
Midasi kwabra mame kwa mano so na yenkodi yenkomo yenyin cheche mu de Bokrata Daily Dispatch the Daily Dispatch nim honum saying asema da say GPRT vehicle towing policy takes off in October 2022. So yenyin cheche mu osan komo na opani a wabua e man nyanti ase ye Ora Godfred Abubri we General Secretary ma GPRT of TUC chese church for penima ye GPRT ye ekuno Urabubri ya da se mo akwa baba Nit FM so anope boko na so so the Bokrata Daily the Daily Dispatch yi asemo a work kan say GPRT for mode policy bi a mo be sha ase bosumi October yi ewe ye nimu yi towing policy bi say ya no kura chechiremu man pa sa policy ya mo de be.
So now I don't know what kinds of movie and about it is to me as a not about. I don't know. Yeah, proper stakeholder consultation. Yeah, I did it around for some years. And when they tell there, or they have a country as a whole country, or like the car documents there. Hello, church caddy. Church caddy is once in a year. So, car, calling a problem now, I'm quite sure. Now, I'm married too. Because I'm in a title, you never for assessment. I'm a home design. But then I'm not afraid. That's a little bit of it. Total accident, I am saying 60%.
Urabu be mpacho onna ho kakrama me ya na homa no emu nhyeda nti yi papa etwetwesi ahoma no nhyeda mboayen ebehese bia ebesan friend back ura Godfred Abubre General Secretary ma GPRT oso nam kwanso otikemu enti emsa ahoma no etwetwesi kasa no nkomo na ma eba ne sa na enye de
Ghana muntie na mansanya so adawro kofia man homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
So GPRT is for GPRT na wamode sa ehihye ede ba ya ginchechemu ni nyina fa se wamose towing ka be se esi kwan so na ebesi honum a yan fi honum sei esi hwa na obi de ne ka akwa hyase ya na obi de ne ka akwa pem na nya kan kwanhia omse sa de na omo emwa ma kra bebre hwe omo nkwa ewo ya kwan no so enti womo de omo di atum a chese womo eba be hyase bosumi October ya we yenim ya oni womo adriver for so effective October this year all drivers under the GPRTU, that's Ghana Private Road Transport Union, will be required to subscribe to a mandatory vehicle towing system for the prompt removal of their disabled vehicles from the road. The new towing system, which is being rolled out by the GPRTU in partnership with the Road Safety Management Services Limited, a private entity, allows drivers to subscribe to an online application that has been developed to effectively deliver the service. Sorry, continues. Kabra, boy, me chichim kakram.
Yo. Abusia kakra me de mamu de kwesi kan ye no. Wata se radi aduma October na sansi say eba. Entra drobes ya. Mosa Ghana Private Road Transport in GPRT you see nyina no. Asesu obi akwada so bia was set mandatory vehicle towing system. Say bia o car sesi kwanso entempani abeyi afri wonu de amaw enti obi a was set by force obi abeye bi. Na sa new towing system ya wo mo de be. DPRTU for and a Road Safety Management Service Limited for and a private entity and a carbon webema rubber for akwanya womu akọ online application womu develop ebema service no ya na ya agreement ya that GPRTU na Road Safety Management Services Limited for womu nyina ti ase en wode san say ete aba enti esika obaba betua no say net ye taxi for yekotowa ubetua 50 Ghana cedis ayetesi trotro drobes yekoto trotro droban so a onso ubetua 80 Ghana cedis bus ya ewa bus ya tenten 7 VIP numni ade enso yekoto a mubetua 300 Ghana cedis ena articulators ya kasia pa no articulator track ya weloduo womu welodu cement womu welodu sadi articulator track no musumu betua 500 Ghana cedis enti monsa no nso Tasi drumba o tasi sesi kwasi ni ekotowa eye 50 Ghana cedis tro drummers eye 80 Ghana cedis pass ya tenten monsumo dia ya 300 Ghana cedis and articulators nso mubetua 500 Ghana cedis. General Secretary ma GPRTU Godfred Abubire and wode asem ya to the treaty mu dia ma wonu mu a na drummers nyina obia bekosubi.
Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie.
All this and papa, Cassia Bo, Kowaka Tamunsa, Amaya Sa, Cassia Waye,
Onye no Cretrodo, Kagame Kamadinibo,
Nita Fair,
Montie. KWASI 100.9.
Kwasi Monkwe.
Hey, catch it. Listen in here. And you ma beto to dia me baba no hwan de no. Hwem so betumi a. Hey, asew. Hey, now beka. Ya John to mami ensa duku portmanteau. This way chocolate drink. Na kan wo hwe afibian so beri ni waware ne a. This way chocolate drink. Na kan sia. Oh, asew. Udan kwanu ntumu ho. Me be mo anu nso hye kura de aka ho. Wo hwe de wepi ho. O ka se batete e da fom ho. This way chocolate drink.
Kra cha be pe baba ware.
Asew.
Ye fi ase this way chocolate drink. Ya sorry anopa no ne yenom ye be hwe fridge nom no se snack ye nya hoho a no ne de serve wo mo ye didi wie ne ye pe bibia bogu ya de so a this way chocolate drink ne yenom and this way no ti ano a he se kire wom koko wom brick wom bibia wom ade wo hia ne so se
this way chocolate drink
de wo hia ani so se
FDA ahwe se adwede nkratoe mo agye atum se eye.
What's cool, fresh and trendy with a new look? Makes you feel real good, that refreshing vibe. Satisfies you right just the way you like. Do you know? Do you know? Do you know? Ain't gotta do it alone. Specialized makes you flow. Anytime, anywhere. Specialized feel different. Always think specialized. Special Ice Natural Mineral Water. Feel different. Think special. This advertisement has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie. Na mansanya so. Adawro Kofiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
Yanko enim yanto so na I'm say omanpanyi dada John Dramani Mahama. Ninsem bia de kogu social media. I'm say Facebook ni Twitter handle or say menkaye. There appears to be no end to the problems with the Ghanaian economy, with a recent downgrade to CC plus C junk status. The steep depreciation of the Ghana cedi in recent days clearly shows that the media review of the 2022 budget failed to win back the confidence of the investor community and the Ghanaian public. Unfortunately, no credible remedial plans have been put forward by the government to salvage the economy. A national dialogue on the economy, bringing some of our best brains together, will serve us well, even as we prepare for debt restructuring and negotiation of an IMF program. Omanpanyi dada John Mahama asem ni kwabra cheche mami.
Yo. Abusiafo His Excellency the former president John Dramani Mahama ana wode sa asemi atowo. Wose kamia yesa asamnuwa na dawe Ghana economy no. Usa sadie SMP fo edi akwa gyina CCC+/C baby omudi akwagina no ewanom ne yefro no se woni pa nsa hwe ekyerɛ se wa mmɔ bra bia anya wawa tre say wo sha said ye cedi no any dollar no ten kura wo form ten wabo so no a na wo sha media review budget ya sikasam so afo koken kan ya answer down fast and papa bi anto akwemu a ebetumi adat sa challenges no ama investors ya womudu womusika bedita wo Ghana ha nyina womure apo wo man no enti Ghana baby a yeduro no eten pa na unfortunately nso wo sha ben ya on sudden se papa bia se oba dress ohawa Ghana fo enemu no eniama wo tutu anyina aya try na no papa bia ansa danim enwo akonya se ye beto nsa afro maimuni nyina de afra ne se national dialogue ewa economy no ho na wo ma se kwampa wo be ma economy no watumi agina ne naso titru pa IMF fuoi ye no mbe ye negotiation na eye papa na economy no watumi agina ne naso na baby a ye nam no de over kwesi a watru.
Okay, so you better bani ababe ye edin komoni bia kan man panyin dada asemi a working. Senator wo se baby a ye dun de se Ghana ye sinkunya wo frɛ no a national dialogue on the economy. Ye sinkunya e wo ye economy no sen e netima wa dwinche wo ho e ya de ya su fi se Ghana baby edu no we hia sa dialogue yi nkunya sie ye betwa to adwen with our best brains kwan be fa so mind betimi afa no ntoma pefra. Ye be di san kon but my Yanko Ghanaian Times, the Bokrata name. Community wide power cut in Yilo, Manya, Kobo. Corpses decompose in mortuaries. Ras Simon Kweku Tete. AMC, Lower Manya, Kobo. Yanin Ninkomo. Ratata, that's him, Wakwa Baba Nita FM so. Hello? Okay, say, Ahmano. When you say bia yen sabeka na ye disan komo Ghanaian Times enim honum saying say corpses decompose in mortuaries in Yilo Manya Kobo area. So me say story metimi akan kakra e wo hanum saying na kwabna achechi mu bra ye hwese bia yen sabetimi akan MC na in din komo say corpses stored in mortuaries in the Yilo and Manya Krobo municipalities in the eastern region are decomposing due to the community-wide power cut. Consequently, mortuary operators are asking families in the two municipalities to come for the remains of their loved ones to prevent the bodies from further decomposition and posing health hazard to the general public. Ara? Ghanaian Times.
Yo. Abusuafo de wafa kwesi kan ye no ewo Ghanaian Times yanim ha nanso asam no ankasa de wekuritie ewo kratafa etoso wedunum enie wo se corpse ye emu efunu motres ya ewo Euro na Manya Krobo municipality o eastern region asam no ayire de ama wonum pa sa community mienu enam se womuni yisi fo atwemanso emi yeta womanyina monkane yamu a ekọ bosome kura nie womuni enkane yanti yese kwose motiri operators na epabusuafo tel se yepamotel ya yanwohia enye yapem enyina monkane yin na ntinaso a yetumi de kura mu yi sisi ade yepamotel obi amayi namu mfiri wo emfa nkọ na afa kura nso sign a posi health hazard ebetumi de apomuden wo hawo ade abrenko fo atiti wanu metre se ade no ebon te se de aya amati dede enenum ba kwin mi be wa mama mfo agenso abo eduru ba bia wo se moma ya mfa nko ade na se sa pepepe na ade ya akoye sisi ade emu no ebi abon enti obi ankoyi ni de mfiri wo kope ba bi foforo mfa nkose ebra nsem trafo duru wonum no ofakwesi na asem no atinsem
so yansambra yechi biom hanum saying na before na e ba ko hwesa Ghanaian Time story ye kenkan etie for the mamu Omanpenyi Dada John Mahama asema waka ohanum saying nsema odekoto on social media handle say there appears to be no end to the problems with the Ghanaian economy with a recent downgrade to CCC+/C junk status. The steep depreciation of the Ghana cedi in recent days clearly shows that the media review of the 2022 budget failed to win back the confidence of the investor community and the Ghanaian public. Unfortunately, no credible remedial plans have been put forward by the government to salvage the economy. A national dialogue on the economy, bringing some of our best brains together, will serve as well, even as we prepare for debt restructuring and negotiation of an IMF program. Omanpenyi Dada John Mahama Kanye wasi baby aye do ne die ohwe nansen ya S&P 4 senia wo de betu dwa wo ma downgrade Ghana economy no e de akọ CCC ye plus junk status na CC baby e wo chese ye kobosia abo a no na senia ye ma mpanifo cheche mu etie for e be din pa ma eye wo man Ghana ye ka se ye kwa kopesika e wo wiase ye sika adwaman no so a e be din amaye ye skeni bi obia because baby enam sisi ano ye bobesia ntimi ntua obia nim se Ghana bobesia ni tuem no ebe din e de aman na Omanpenyi Dada John Mahama say yenye national dialogue on the economy. National dialogue on the economy. Yensi nkonya na yempe enimdifo ekukudam etwetwewro womo a eba no economy emfa hu se wo ye PPP wo ye CPP wo ye PNC wo ye MPP wo ye NDC wo ye Ghana ni nkwade a Omanpenyi Dada se na wo nimdie efa economy ho a wo se ehu hia se nyina bebi edu no Omanpenyi na ado danko ekufuado won frɛ eye ekukudam etwetwero wroi no amontena se na yenya dialogue yentoa to adwen obia fa na adwen fambra sen ena yebefa ebu oman no na niam ayeye esa se na wo fa ye daily graphic enim eda honum saying cedi depreciation affecting businesses, manufacturers, traders cry out. cedi depreciation affecting businesses, manufacturers and traders cry out. And your manufacturers need traders spend womusu about cedi depreciation, no. And you amupe will be bia wa Ghana. And no who say na me minyonku bia or ye businessman. We be a business. There were so many branches what Ghana has say. Ye didn't come on say kosi sia dear. And can't you say na niam me dia na me boa. I mean papa no the one was can na me grey cry ho. I say ukuta $100,000 before benya $100,000 it's onya be 1 billion Ghana cedis ni echi enti so kwa kofa niam pa say oba beton Ghana hanum senya sika se okukuru pa cedi so okukuru okoto niam no so kra ba sika ni ho enti amanfo ntimi nto because yenyina cedi depreciation ni ade affect obia enti amaniam aye den Omanpenyi Dada John Mahama say yenye national dialogue on the economy. At was saying, will the national dialogue on the economy, will it help? Or young country and so on finance and fan so ho. Minim say move brace and am bekano dear. Saying NETO. Babra
over kwesi
national dialogue on the economy.
Over kwesi one will say yes say assembly near dance here. You tell me what they are dancing. One a good papa no.
Yeah, Joseph Obi.
Dr. Joseph Obi edin komo wa hano. Ahaya no.
Yeah.
Na me tie no. One will say why you openi bia one kasaba sabasa. Ansa na wobeba so wobekasa no. Na te say asam no ameno. Over kwesi ose businesses were seriously bleeding to death. Over kwesi businesses no omu bleeding to death. It tells you baby a omu akulturu afede ami wonum over kwesi wana wa Ghana ha obetumi di ne nsasi ne buaka se wono de ne ho to no enka wonko a o obewu se wo no kura no a wakoye dunsina a wusie abusua mu no pressure da wo so no nya pressure ketewa of akwesi all is not well enti asam no a John Dramani Mahama eka no say yebetie no waso pam nko ade a enkeye esansa adini ni ba akofo tirim ya resafra wase wanye team no a wani wo mu bobo no wati wo mu ti but economy no of akwesi enye say the first start so wo mu tie mu a eka wo bia say wo kwadwa so a say nioma aye tohwe ne bo ade ti bia ya to niomem enye ne fault wa enye na wo ka cement asem yi cement ye ba betum sisi ano Ghana ha project kura me nyini si ye project bi wo ni say first no
aman for ye
we fa kwesi me tasa first no say be ya 100 wo da fa ne 100% ni ye project ya sisi ano omo a eye project be say 20% ya ni aya ka ni nyina akoye hand to mouth because sika na bi ni wona odi bi akoye project obi a wo say ni project ya si bi aka na wo beto cement say 68 Ghana cedis one bag of akwesi.
So again to repeat for you asema Omanpenyida John Dramani Mahama or can say there appears to be no end to the problems with the Ghanaian economy. As I said, also I know I'm so problems.
I say, you said they need solution bia, you need bibia, you de so or how one. And I have to say, ya bedun tuma, some obey yamu, and one say, mobe adjusted to the situation, no. So won't to mean swear, and you be two and where to. So be saying one was saying, it sounds say, yet I have to say, who sukra na me no more. Who sukra wouldn't you be or better solution at the amount problem no of a question who face you know.
So he's calling for a national dialogue on the economy. He says that we should bring our best brains, we should gather, sit and discuss how best to move this country forward. Omanpenyida John Mahama, your can ye say yen sinkunya and found so ye MPP, ye CPP, ye NDC, ye PPP. Once you have some knowledge that can help to turn things around, say Omanpenyina na do dankwe kwado ni mpeni for I mind sure monsa so mweti na wankwanko is okay. John Mahama and wakanti say ye bedi na tem dia na nyina betia ebia no so betimi abo man no ebia betimi abo man no so let's
say komfobone a wo hye nkom se wo man bebo no ovakwesi ebo a otimu bi enti se wakwaya se oh won wenya nasem enti wono ankonsi a ovakwesi no way affecting no bi enu nti se wo friend national o maimu ni nyina won kan se asumesi anas osi o maimu ni nyina yentena se na yento ato adene ovakwesi won kan abone
Adawroko fiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
Na is this Simon? Okay. Yanko amano so na infantimity for. I was just confused a little. Honorable Simon Kweku Tete, MC Lower Manyakobo. Honorable Otemika. Okay. So asamye da Ghanaian Times anyway na yeji yenchichim kakra CCC ade say ECG for munkani amotwem yilo Manyakobo potem honum sei no ama ahokyere aba papa ema yesi mochris ahodo a wo mo honum sei no make say no nkane ani honum sei enti amanfo adehia wo mo hye mochre no yesi ahyase sei ema wo mo sei bomu meyi om adehia kran fi onum sei sempa na eniama tie sisi a ye kasei money electricity company of Ghana no sen na eniama tie enti ase bi etimi aba mugina hefa ewo ye sa enkomodie mu
so that's it na me tell bia
ajo oni no na ewo form tie na wa ma akoso kakra mam
me that's it na me tell before nya hello
yeah tonka go
my name is colleague or you know that one na move free yes right this the incident happened
and the ancient Yabaya Kama, our light assembly. Yes, several stakeholder engagement with the Ministry of Energy.
And Pacho, I'm going to take the Alma for Pacho. Why? Right, so let's get him on another line.
Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie, Ghana Montie.
All this and papa, Cassia Bo, Kowaka Tawansa, Amaya Sa, Cassia Boye,
Onye no cretrodo, Kagame Kamadebo,
Nita Fair,
Mayentie, KWASI 100.9.
Kwasi Bonque.
Yeah, calling him, yeah, that's so, yeah, Percy Frey, yeah. Ras Simon Kweku Tete one oye MC Loa Manya Krobona Sasemi ye ni hu nyincheche mu no bi emfa nka ho ma dwinchira no pe ma mento aso menkinkan bi mfa mamu OPK ewo go so was see I agree with Nanado that the NDC need more time in opposition to restructure because the value is the same, that is OPK and Odiwe Edibai. Depreciation of the city in Ghana is the biggest problem. That is why price of goods are going higher. That is Yawedu, Silver Corner, Mataheko, and the free and the buy. 1, 2 from Eric Asamoah of Action GH. Zenu, I say the president's interview you played concerning the roads was superb. If the NDC as a party has any problem with that, they should make sure they call for the figures. That is one from Eric Asamoah and Odiano Edibaye. Mami fancy anum say na Ichima Sankin can be Eddie Atroso. But yanko mano so na yeni Honorable Simon Kweku Tete. Yene no eni nkomo. Honorable Mpacho say what you mean? Okay. So now we chechi mu but na eni no from kra eniyama ekoso. O say only o counterpart Masha see di nkomo money ECG.
Yes, yeah, two one more be na series of engagements with the community leaders together with other opinion leaders. See, nimse enchebia we bia come on the two municipalities. Appealing to people in the two municipalities to remain calm as we get towards the end of this problem solving. See, bia come on. Many hospital administrators into Akasa on the way forward and what is actually happening. And say enchebia because the most important thing now is can beba send a ECG forms be your mojuma problem behind the hobby.
So kase bibia be fine is it say bia timemufo na wo mo honum say no mompotem honum say no wo mo atiase yes Electricity Company of Ghana wo mo install a prepaid meters no senia wo mu gusu ebem so omo ni omo di sie ni ade no omo nya atiase sa
engagement across the brain nti and say from now going bibia be kama e wo hon because so far no we omo database no omo see omo ya installation almost over 6,000 going on nti and say so mbabaka bibia be kama e wo two municipalities nti yeah several engagements nti and say we there NCBO.
Now, near Ghanaian Times, he can how bad is the situation? Sir?
Because yesterday said many hospital administrators now Akasa on this issue, but officially no, they didn't. So this morning I've dispatched my environmental officer and other officers to the various hospitals to check on the facts.
Oh, so Sasem say bodies are decomposing. Say emuni be a one no say no. A news to you. Me fan say ya adia unya we fina mo check ya say bibia.
Because many administrators na say no. Hospital administrators are also more St. Martin's and Yatwa. Nti anopai yes am for work here the situation on the ground. Then if anything I met me among.
But Mokasa no dia no omka yes. Omu ne bia generators bi eni honum say ntiama bodies no muntimi preserve Senator.
Oh no, can say more just some generators, but for the consortium, that is what they sound mukai. Enti nya best of problem when nya light na be ban. Enti enu na me see at one am dey say that no brand when nya problem when nya be solve.
Yeah, but meantime no say a man for bodies.
Enti we our front page no. You be dey HCC na e be as a feedback go na
Oh, okay. Hope I see a home and also for you to get more details.
Yes.
So hopefully, no, Osha, the banks are nebia, bibia betimi see ebia ECG, maka consistency be on be restore power no da ben na ukuada. How soon? Na ebia officer.
Minim say enchebia, but mean now say the time we are not time, but minim say enchebia where the discussion has gone on to no. See. Would be a message back to you to give you a further feedback on the other engagements we are having.
How's life in the municipality, CCI?
Was one him say light for businesses, for schools, for everybody. Like it's part of life now. See, anyone, it's not easy for the people, but this is where we find ourselves. But we are finding a lasting solution to the problem. The assurance we mom will say. This one, it will end very soon. Very soon. Can you hear me?
I get the impression that you're going through very difficult moments, very challenging times. As the MC, I'm sure things are not easy for you,
Oh, but it's part of the job. Sometimes you need to solve problems when problems are. So that is just way forward. Your best solve the problem now, once and for all.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll come back to you again. If there's any updates with the mortuary situation, ECG Sebi and Kanyan and so about. Why? Yes, that's Papa. That's the MCE Lower Manya Krobo Anope. Easy you. Akasima be watchina non kunabo. Ghana, my beloved country.
Ghana Muntie na mansanya so adawro Kofi Man homene so ejiji tonton sansan ewo neat 100.9 FM.
Mema kwamna bem na wasankin kan de bon krata no bi e dia mai ba before kwamna be ba no ma men to aso no pe na yenji mo comment ni bi men kinkan bi etemu pa no painti yenko enim na men kan bi. I think President Kufuor and his Vice President Dr. Bawumia only care about how to steal the elections in 2024 through manipulation of that Ghana card. Abladi Efie Kuma Zongo Takrade Maokasa Hunti Abladi. President Nana Addo, I campaigned and voted for him 4 years. It's not the same. The president that I campaigned and voted for 4 years ago is not the same president I know today. In fact, most of us are disappointed in him for saying he's not ready to reshuffle any of his appointees. Ochini ba Kwame Brakon Akura, Taifa Junction, NOD free no de buy. Na reshuffle no by force. Ebe ya. Oyasemo. Oman penny reshuffle now hunto wife. We the youth are fed up with Nanado for giving us a false hope every day. Action speaks louder than words, so he should let his work speak for him and stop disturbing us with his bragging talks because the more he talks, the more we become annoyed. Mesha Kasanti from Abuso Kai, and Odianu Free, and Odabai. Teacher Kujo Tepa and Susu. I'm surprised that former President Mahama has the nerve to criticize the current government. When he was in charge of this country, nothing went on well. As a nation, we were in darkness for over 5 years. Corruption was at its peak, etc., etc. That's Teacher Kujo Tepa and Susu, and Odianu Free, and Odabai. Openi 80 Kaswa. Ghana does not belong to incompetent Mahama, whom we witnessed his incompetence for about 6 years. Mahama does not does well as an opposition leader. But immediately he gets power, then all his fantastic ideas vanishes into thin air. Openi 80, Kaswano di free, and what they buy. Correct score Zakaria. Yay, Nanado Baumia. You see your level when Mahama warned you that if you are not president, don't criticize me. You see your level. You guys are failures. Correct score Zakaria. And what do we buy? Wasaman Kesi, see whether President Kufuor will do a reshuffle or not. We don't care. What we are waiting now is 2024 to kick them out easily. Enoch, Asaman Kesi. Come on, remember yenti de bokata mun komun bi.
Kwesi. Tabena woni utility phone di nkoma na omu se omu betum. Is it this week or next week? Next.
Yeah, what is this week or next week?
Me who edana woni omu di nkoma na ye dabeya. Last week ya wa hu. Ya no omu se increment no.
You mean E4 no?
Yeah,
EURC.
Yeah. O sa wo kai.
Yeah.
Omu kan se dabeya.
Oh, say graphics say September. And omu say omu ntimi nche. Omu ntimi nche. Omu nimse nche bi ombe make the announcement, but omu ntimi nka say bia ena no chere.
Of Kwesi ya say utility tariffs the abuboba ne nya agro. Enya sam ketua.
Me ntu amanfo koma ja no omu so unye adwuma ayi. Yes they say no eboku. Membetu metiefo akoma no pe. Ja na omu be koma say.
Sam trefo. Anti ya TV. Ya TV.
Me chese na no na ye ne graphic for story no the buy. Because also ye are graphic for the NB. Utie papa na was say graphic for omunye PURC and ti sewa. Do what asema. To me tu amanfo akoma no pay mame yanko eni me kora.
Yo. Abusia for the Bokata Daily Post Kratafa so enso. Ena wode aben watrese New Patriotic Party MPP Amanyoko no Full Soldiers. Yefro no say Alliance for Full Soldiers Advocacy. Ena womo kase. Na Executive Secretary Emekwe aye Kwekutechi Adomako. Yata friend say Obama. Ena watrese Asamwa mampeni na nado dankwa Kufuor kan na die. Nyame anim no kure nie wo madi ne ho ya kakra kire se. Wo sansa de economy ya pa ya wo mutie mu se mampeni anya resafo. Na de mampeni betumi aka kire wonum wa ne se enipa ni adwumaye ana equal for resafo. NDC fu apese ese na memuo ana equal for resafo dia. Se Obama trese asam no aye wonum ya papa in fact na wo munim se nyano a mampeni de mama wonum nie wotrese Ghana yatim sisie nyame se yanka no kra je so obi a wonka no kra en wo beka se all is well, all is not well asetina munye enipa esu MPP amanyoko ne sofa omu no omu kwa monten so ye campaign ene nkofo di nkita ho tire MPP policy mu di tire wo mu ene wo mu afari wo mu afafuo mu omu ntumi kura defend MPP amanyoko ni bia wo tire se o ka kura no waka ne sen o ka nsakra ye bia ma nipa no na setire mu nya wo so ko ka wo so na asem di atere no enti nka resafo ba ya ene ama betumi atene things around ama setire mu ahare kakra ne ye ko kan ya usuwa mu eni adwumaye eni NDC fo na ekwaro for resafo this one dear in fact His Excellency Nana Atodankwa Akufo-Addo wama womu ehu atiri wonum kakra na Democrat Ghanaian public enim hwanom nso wode aba en wotrese wo prokwaku wonno wode no ho opoku na enya ne nku baby a opebia no wobetete abo mo haw ne sen wonu wodi ni president oni ato abama no oni na tumi nyina kuta no se waso wanya resafra what is your problem nipa no a ya to abama ne sama mpani no ene wotre se enipa a woni wo mu bu oman no are you okay with them what is your problem mo problem pa ne sen okay why no wontenyi no maybe some why no wontenyi no enti moma no nyene no ho na aduma no de mu hia ne se Ghana ebeya kama simple and short enti munya no Alan Kotetramante Minister for Trade and Industry aduma wo ye ede ensakraye na mope ononyamfo kojo opon kroma Minister of Information waba what transformation or de aba wo anya transformation ketwa wo sesane de na kwahin Dominic Nitiwu the same thing aduma wa ye wo defense ministry okwasesa no de hwan akwose wo maami aslo wusu akofu communication wo se maami aduma wo gbo ene sim card registration ayi nyina de a wo ya okwasesa no de hwan akwose wo ononyamfo kwesi amu akwata se aduma akwesi ye wo kolentembret wona ena anokra okoda atema motorway no suma de atenye aduma papa ya de pa no wonya bio enti kan wo foriata sika samso afo entoto ya wototo besi a wo ekuro ya wode tetere saa nkofo nyina aduma omo ye no ede na mopeso omo ye bio enti eye munya no na wonye na jumasanse ade a wo ye no de eye pa esani kwan ene nanim na Democrat me de to aso what asa project yahudo bi a wo mu ye water site no aka esanse sikasam ayeden pa ebri gardens say na nkompeso mu siesie wonom ya krabese enso sika ni wo ya Santoa center wonom nso say no mo ya nsakraye bi wo ho that place too is the same thing ensakraye bia entumi enkoso ewo esanse sikasam ayeden ade amawomu ebri botanical gardens ewo eastern region ya Santoa museum ewo ejiso ya Santoa museum ewo ejiso besiase ni nyina wo Asante Mantem na sa project ye betumi awia ye nya be se 1.64 million Ghana cedis ansa ni yetumi aye sa project nyina na sika no ebi ni ho yete no abasesini enti so far enka tourism site ni ade ankofo ebefra ma no ni betumi aba abehye ya kire wonum se ya Santoa onu we say sabre sikani wonum a ye de be sa project ni nyina enti ya ade a aka kire kakra na daily dispatch Dr. Mohammed Baumia ana wotre Zongo Development Fund board no a watie no here eni aduma omoba beye wotre se normally wukon zongo aya na mpuntuo katre eba no education infrastructures akwan nsuo eni ade a wo muta laake enti saa board eba beboa wo mu identify problems ya wodo a ewo zongo communities no wo matumi aso ano ade ama wo mu esese zongo ntumi yaste se East Legon ebitumi yase Trasako ebitumi yase village ebitumi yase cantonment ne airport residential area ewon mi nyina be ya kama enti mu de amontan within a twinkling of an eye mo be katomani bete na board ensese ya wo mu de aba no ebe de ye benya adan atenti infrastructures ya ewowa afei eba no market ni ade a they also get the access eba no akwan a ebe yi to atum potemu a zongo communities ni nyina obia eba benya ne se kama enti wo mu nka wo makoma entu wo mu yem sade ebe ya project ya esi wo mu anisu no wo mu ebetumi aye na watin ne ena wode na betu deri satellite enim ha ena watin mine task force ekatre langas fo ya wo mu tete watin mine wo mu ntumi enya wo mu asomdie no se so wo mu anya careful na so wo mu ama watin mine enya na asomdie a ensase sam mansotie no ɛkwan a wɔn de saa nkɔfoɔ no bɛfa so no wɔn ani nye ɛkyerɛ sɛ nsaaseɛ no ebinom wɔ hɔ a wɔn di a wɔn nye no kwan pa so na wɔn di ɛpɔbɔ ne ehunahuna ɛna wɔn de gye nsaase wɔkyɛn ne tu wɔn mu nyinaa afo sɛ wobɛgye asase a gye no kwan pa so anya sɛ kwan a wɔn de bɛfa so no ɛnyɛ adeɛ a wɔni ɛbɛgye mampanin nanado ɛna yaana ɛyɛ ɛbɔ n'abaso yi wɔbɔ n'abaso wɔyɛ adeɛ paa ɛna wɔn nso kakyere yaana sɛ yaana wɔde si kronkron Farouk Karim Mahama wɔyɛ adeɛ paa wɔyɛ adeɛ wɔsɛ yɛn di city project initiative a wɔde baayɛ a wɔyɛ adeɛ paa wɔdeɛ mɛni adansi afɛre wɔde hyɛ no a wɔde no maame no mɛni agye no ho na wokɔ wɛnti a adehyɛ wɔ wɛnti yɛso wɔ mu mpɛmpɛnimfoɔ nkwalaa nkoa ɛna wɔn ate egu nkwalaa yi so ɛna wɔn ne wɔn di mpɛm agorɔ ubisa mpanimfoɔ ne sɛ adɛnti na wɔn pɛ nkwalaa wɔn si kaa dada deɛ yɛde baatre mu no na spark enti sɛ ya na wɔn de yi wɔn ho ano wɔ hɔ ɛna nkwadaa nketenketen ɛna wɔn nyanyim wɔn 6 months pɛ no teenage pregnancy a wɔntifoɔ record ɛyɛ 330 teenage pregnancy ɛna okɔ kampanimfoɔ sɛ nkwadaa no deɛ wɔn yɛ afɛduro enti ɛno ano wɔn pɛ penny a wɔdi bɛyɛ 25 koraa wɔn sɛ ɛna wɔde wɔnyini wɔayɛ abrewa enti wɔn mpɛ wɔn pɛ nkwadaa 14 15 16 ebi koraa 13 ebi 10 akwalaa yɛ a wofrɛ na a wɔba koraa yi yɛsɛ ne nsa hyɛ n'anum yɛ a wɔdi tɔfe wɔnyini yɛ ɛnso wɔn sɛ no a ɛna wɔn apa nkwadaa 330 ɛne yanyim wɔn 6 months ɛwɔ wɔnti na kyɛ sɛ afi bɛkɔ awieɛ no 330 plus 330 mpo bɛyɛ sɛ nie na kyɛ sɛ 660 afi no bɛkɔ awieɛ na teenage pregnancy a wɔntifoɔ rekɔdoɔ ɛhɔ ɛna ɛbɛkɔ akɔduro na guta president Dr. Joseph Obin wana odahe enibere ba awura titire sa na enibere abanti na bodu se ne mu aye fita na wone kwasi ABOAGYE kura di nkomo ha se na hu se papa no na super hini no ade no ayira ma no pa watira se adwadifo obre nyame se yanka no kura adwadifo obre se wuduru tema port wona wo kwakoyi uniama wa ba say yes eduro no esese wo mu bre papa enti eduma no ayaten ade ama wonum na de bokate anim ha ode abrante asame awuku emfoni abeto anum say ya so far so good okoye penipa e wo National Lottery Authority no wonya afe baako na wo ye national organizer ema MPP ena mampeni bo ne din say onkoye adwuma pamfamwa National Lottery Authority afe baako nie wakan ni nsira abobodin baako na nra adansedi e course wo no eye outside the sekrampo ena edi abrante asame ekuhu adanse se okọ enele no ensakraya odi aba enele no ebro wo matene no wo munti ase so na wo munim so obetumi aye adwuma na no wo munim se obetumi aye ntam so sei samia tre ne bobre pa waya de eba no enipa hu nkitahudi enso a abrante ne buade se enti wo mu fra ne daakye pen wonim akwada wono kasa ne nsagunachi mepata wo se wo nipa bia same ntan ma wo mfra no ansa na wono awu ano atie mu de edi nka afra wo dadaada enti wo ye nipa pa Ghana ha de mabunu no ya mento eno no oye samisuame enyina ye de na tie na na momu kakran esanso oye babunu a wa distinguish no ho enti wa de samia wuku emfoni abatoa ene wakuriti asem no nso ede aka ho ewo back page ya no tenten eniama asamia wuku ba enele waye eba ne bibi te se etumayefo wefe enu se wa manu apagya ye kama initiatives ya wɔde agu akwan mu ɛyɛ Caritas lottery platform a ɛno sɛ wokasa woka wontumi anka nwie ɛna ba no areas bi te sɛ health, education, youth and sport development, art and culture ɛwɔ nom nso wɔayɛ atuma de aboa wɔ nom paa nneɛma bi ɛte sɛ licensing private lotto operators a ɛno nso wɔayɛ adeɛ aside that mpo afei winning ticket a first will be there one sembebre and also wayadie enti wo bosame awuku aba so ebra okọ NLA ejuma pa waya wote aboa wo mu no obu hu akonta na wabobodin baako ewo de bokrata yi anim ha na ewurade aye adom emienya factory kase pa ewo bimbila na sa factory no ya de 9.2 million Ghana cedis and ya de same aya banche na bayire factory na omuaye na saade ya omuaye first bayire no ebusua ne enwu ade ayemfa nye ya ba be process ene banche nyina na ya de bi akwama no ne akoton
na no kwabna be kai ase edi nkomo ye ni ye guta president di nkomo city depreciation and a graphic account CD depreciation affecting businesses, manufacturers and traders cry out. Na yen twasuna yen tosasemi and fama Dr. Joseph Kuku being why President ma Ghana Union of Traders Association Guta. Dr. Dasimo Akwaba ba Nit FM so.
Mejo Sumira.
Na fiti nano ayedi nkomo a mode muhi asem de to Ghana for na enim yetete yakenkan bi se senia mo kan about sika senia CD any foreign currencies yama mo brei mo blidi yase mo yase mbeko demonstration no cre
yo eko kaka wo fide na tinti me so ya enka mo miemia mami
okay all right
menya metimia me voice na mami emane ye comfortable
okay minim say bia sisi aye dia
em say
okay all right
na em say obi also ntimi nteki away from amanfo a say wo mo aye frustrated na wo musika ehye ebi anka wo mo ebe demonstrate kakra bi atre wo mo mai say yesre mo se sia de ye humete nti mo nso ye mfi na mo yensi gina ye bisa na no krenso wo mo say there is growing agitation in the market me fa tell ate nti I don't the main fan and that will be because Pia Kata idea a him for the idea about the mommy about Meti and can when you say Sakasano agitations in the market by Yen see say yeah because they say yeah depressed statement about you say you engage a buying na yeni a buying sin could come up because somebody and yet we nipa ba konfo na beye ebe solve that problem ye na ye ni tua se amana ko ahuyehiam enti nye sebe ehunhun a any demonstration so we ye didi eno ngeka ho ene bebo ade wadwempa eno adwempo a wo bitimi de aboa samre no eno na emse wo man no ehia pa Mr. say ye na ye mfasa adwen no emfanye na ye members no so a sebe frustration ti edia bufu abesho mu no so no me say so mu na so akoma beto mu yem na yenya abutre edwam tete aboa ye benya na koma okay you say it's not beyond say you bit me solve that problem
so on my opinion John Mama if say yes any I can't drink to ani ne ka hoin it's not beyond say bit me solve a problem or say baby e do no there's a need abe here say your friend national dialogue ensin kunya wo economy ho emfa ho edwadini o wanya o obi a wo nim de bia wo economy ho na bibia betimi aboa adwenche bia betimi aboa wo na Ghana betimi asen gina na so afa no tuma pefra no yenye sa national dialogue no etimo sen
ya dream pa Somebody no and see the politics it coming from a person like your former president na Abantu Mlika kwa me first so na yen na yen kamum yen free adwen wono leading it on na wono initiate no me yeso so mo de akoma pa ne timopa ne pasa na yen na ne solve problem no yen na ne ye onu you know problem no ne na ya solve problem me part on this sanity na wuni ma de ba kwa ma ye excited na me wo GPA ewo vice president o ma pani dada president asem okay wo GPA wo mu pa chese emra ye no vice president no de ko na so ye so ekosra no na enkomodie mu ano me de suggestions bi by Emma etona kuma so pa na sometime no asem oka ye ni say ti asem oka in America e di atreo no say we dey na enimiti mu kura wo na aye brilliant submission wa ye pa tumo wo adwen eni ba kofo etrim ubu say executive say ye ko ye na e ma mani so ta de no pa say sabe me free makola me ye ededini na maka some no obi oye titrani no appreciate it so much na waka say adwen ni ba kofo etrim no e ma me hu genuineness in what he saying you to me can share you take advantage na you find national dialogue na yenya because they say a prepenso aye do no cause a pass there ubo sapa no kula no hobeto no ko yena ko dialogue being proposed by your opponent afei na amanfo ensa wo de treatment so basa say na you yen so ye we say problem ababia say anything ye na no ye pese ye kan ya tuma bom ne ye eti ne kwan so pepe bebo na paso papa say when ya koma pa e dey say no ba na mese ye ma penin so say edum ne bi say ya na sabe yes, we swallow our pride or our ego. Me never saw my penny a young for. Come here, me tea crown or my penny adjement. Awa, I want the office and never classy. Bear sister was one office. I'm a meso. Me, I'm a macolony, but me, I can't say my more dear to my name. The benchmark reduction no buy. It was also at it's our engagement. We know as a pa. It must say. Say one more take advantage and compare na share no babai na yivia so you know solution no e dia the papa ya say victory for all of us na so ya dia to say e bia phone so it your opportunity say na bitidi say share the nipa to adwene there victory.
I see. And he as good Mofwaso like 100%. Yes.
May just say, why do we have to be divided? This time, no, and see any a solve problem of the nation, including the opposition and the ruling government. It is when you're dream part and it's to part. Say your fanny say ya na wa too. Na me didi yes your man penny so better na wa too. What the market be sure because said your men so me your man penny efa and then said you no so na ho brasier say me ka say we tie ma yasem we je betra na office best west a friend apam for e ma me to mo boase tie me say me even coming from this background as a trader no and me say ono so you be a opeso engage. So they say, you take your opportunity.
Well, at the end of the day, Semi sure said near any solution. So whether national dialogue, Bebasu and Masu ni any solution, I say Besu Musa Meboa.
Exactly. So the solution was I don't think we call for the national dialogue. It is solution, but anyway, so one also be accepted. That's ultimately, that's what he needs.
Yeah.
And in the other day, to say the work and one.
Dr. Pay that's a show. Dr. Joseph Kiko being President Maguta say one more faso say Amapinida that say yenye national dialogue on the economy. Good to office baby do know almost 100% in support of that particular idea. Send also at Wajin Chibet Media Fa 0503721744 no pay. Yano Paju Media Ghana Montier so and new quarter August needed to so do. Yedasu Guso, KWASI ABOAGYE Midin, and pay Banasco Ampon and son of the MPP, and Nuruddin Hamidan of NDC in Penifua Transia, and chair, ye ne or more share your discussion, no, and say, Mamin kind comment nibi, and Fama Mubium, Eben Kwabinya, Ghana's economy is sinking day by day. The city keeps on depreciating, and prices of goods escalating. The layman can't afford 3 square meal a day. This is from Eben, Kwabinya and Odifree and Odebaye. Sofmami Wadomi. In fact, GFK and Chairman in team will lead the MPP to break the 8. So let's all come together and work for the party. Mukaila Jonas Adia from Kerry. The current rating must be disregarded on grounds of credibility. Government has been very popular about the rebound of the economy, hence the implementation of policies, especially the 30% cut from salaries of government. Well, Mukala Jonas Adia from Kerry, Nodiano by Fusaini Salih Fukaswa Zongo. Corruption is high in Ghana and for that matter, Africa, because there is a clear correlation between corruption and hardship. If we want to deal with corruption, then we should first tackle hardship because the belly must be filled at all costs. Until Ghanaian leaders stop the nepotism, favoritism, chronism, tribalism, and influence peddling, Ghana will be worse than we're seeing now. Nothing. Kaswa, Odifree, Odebaye. Need 100.9 Ghana Montier Suno Asiogwe studio no mu send am dia tujada dan pinfo atna say Nuruddin Hamidan Nuruddin Akwaba
ya nua
nemam say
mamu de wa wonim se ne mamu nye se ni aka ne mpaibo se nyina ya sori na ebo mpaye na ya menhwe yeso na difficulties a nyina yakumi ya men enye enfim. As you say, any dash will be any baby. You say, you know, Eddie, it be Miami.
That's it. Now, Banasco Amponansa, also of NPP at Trans Banasco Aquaba.
Is that what you did, Alamoy?
Yamam to say,
Yamia Dumne mobile home in way pa. Say, I want to say, if you say, Ubinya why say Musu, Nansu be a Wujinano, a ya, Nanka Waba, so said the Bay and Yami because we should. Kamesemi na no mendisi for say de bia ebisa wa pomu ti sen keke cross unim se na mamunye uridi no ho ye no kane penum nyam se ye nyankopon ana komsoni konkon Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam tenenum nyam kane se wama wote ase obi nya waye obi oxygen sini so enso ebisa ne se tese oboni ti ase kese no ho ye me ma politics nti enum nyam e de be hye nyame keke kran 20.
This got to do
with
politics.
I'm only
Enyama me see enya wo se chinchina me nka say eyema wa eyema wo
what you apom then I say enya
speak your mind. Don't come and dictate to me what I say.
I only beg
it doesn't make you can't beg me to say what you want me to say.
Islam says you have to appreciate Allah for having mercy on me.
And that's so be any wa
me to aswa mami jetie for na yambo mabaso sa brebi on da so tie na ye show mu kran say nyame adom ne mobru ho ode adom Ghana alan say wo Ghana so no Ghana dina akono nanso ye yenkunim difo bebre nya ye bebre enya ye ende ye wakwanya a ya betena afidie so basa bia ni o manim etu bi nsi ye so ye pe bia to ye nyato ye pe fuel ato ye nyato ye ndiki so kani asiso a yede ye yenduma ye ba ye yendumu light ne to
emika
na bibia ewa amichia bibia wa
empacha o
ye be kan say nyame ne yeda na but ye make kan say
wetie wie ibrem biom na men ganhye kasa tia na mo be ya fi ye the topic ne to amusi o
chana me sman ka asem bio wone wo producer mo ye no de me nka hyenkyere mo ansa ebia mo de ma me bra no prepare ba ya sa de na mo de no munyai
oh da bi fi
I don't even know anything
exactly
But the issues you are familiar. Yes, this is what you do. You know.
With current affairs.
Are you saying you don't know about reshuffle?
But he was telling me. But
I'm sure you've heard about this call by some members, even from MPP, NDC, any Omanpenny on your reshuffle. Binu free yes, ministers in be Oma bread. Yes, some in your account. Interestingly, Omanpenny now Chimwa copy Northern Region Hornum saying, Edia to just reshuffle the MC, Sukakra, and your idea in the about baby bisa. Ministers no more bread man in the account. And Ramikasi and former deputy General Secretary, and I'll be boy. On switch them say, man, Pinyada Braka. Where you are man fool. And ram so ye ni AFA for Mudin Komo. AFA ye Alliance for Foot Soldiers Advocacy. MPP, ye Foni Bia, Wamoso, ye Wamati se kui. Wam cried on me a press conference somewhere in July 29. I catch your man Pini said, on reshuffle the ministers nibi. So, man Pini response no de ma say NDC for dear. Sorry, reshuffle your matters is because they want to destabilize the government. But for Omo MPP somewhere because they looking for jobs. Because they be a you see about the few Banasco Baba Tanahonum say, my Baba Yanti Banasco Pessi, Yen reshuffle Kusia Baji. Bintio Banasco, reshuffle Comoy.
Yagazabaji, Medasi. Edika, my mintia at Phobium. Na ye man penny, His Excellency and another Danko Kufado. Mene ka say unim say ye man penini ewo etifidu mantem a nyame adom endwuma oye wo ho abasobode a ahemfo akese ekukudam ewo de ma no mamprugu ene ye nyina ye hini a ewo yendi ekwan a efiri yendi ekosi yape anase ye de kɔ oti region ne ne akeka mo mampeni yenti abasobode a onya emi won wa pa se besi the NDC for enka ho asem embeka se mampenini 1 district 1 factory o mo awi o mo bia no e wo bimbila no enye nokre. I was thinking they will quickly do a press conference, but that is their hallmark. But unim you say ahwendepa enkasa na wo ya de papa bia so a nipa ebetumi abo wachi dede na so wo wadwene mu po ne se wo ya de pa no koso na koso onyame ba ayo onyumtufo bi nyum yebebo mampeni abaso na yadanase se o chiche na chede no wo ma bia ka babia ebio mamintia eyamia mekapu tamia wuku na anopai mefa abasobode kese pa ma no
muchia afidi the topic atu dey rade eya muma adwuma ya dey mai o
David you can say minti was here
David Banasco
you can say minti was you are giving me a topic I'll go by it.
Yes, I know,
but I am addressing certain issues because I don't think say issue of reshuffle was about 5 days ago. So let's make me dictating
no you are Banasco, stop what you are doing.
You mean
no, you can't be radio. So let me just tell you. Mama aye wechia.
Yes.
Bakasa. Wait you be. The topic at all.
Yeah.
You go to the topic. You do other matters. You can pick. It is not your issues that I want to discuss.
So you may not know where the angle I'm also coming from.
No.
Me try essay.
But go to the topic.
Me go topic in this saying. What's the Yansis appointees reshuffle? Meboa. Ye rasamia uku adwuma oye no. So ko se sisi a wan babe. Enti unim na make kosi. Ti uma me kwan a na nka maka sama na si.
Masa Samuel uku that has nothing to do with it. Has nothing to do with it. I say has nothing to do with reshuffle.
Ode o ma me nka mate me to aso. Na enti Kofi Japan so ya appointing why boss and so ma me nka. Me boss deputy director of communications are on oye or ma me slot semembra.
It has nothing to do with reshuffle. Let's talk about reshuffle. Who do other matters? You can't address all this. Of course, I mean when you are concluding, when I say concluding remarks, that's what you.
My brother, let's go on. Yeah, the American say, Eddie kind reshuffle. Eya dia nipa dodo afre akasa minjin di say me betina ha na me play the ostrich na maboa me ho. no cresem ni yen nyina no yaka bi enye ne bone so na mbom ewiase yesi ebre no esesa kwa nanim no na atena so sesa abadwo atemase na yesi insuo so ebi a echetua mu a na eyihwa enye sensuo no na asai na mbom egumu chenti na dodo no behu se ebi a eyihwa ba uhwie de fufuro gumu a ema awehemu se nka menye sensuo ebi amenom ane se mampanini yembra kunini a national constitution no I think chapter 14 article 179 bibisa stand to be corrected mini constitution why is a reference material and just say man continue here now they are chemi but meka say it's around 179 ekasa about the power of the president to appoint people into ministries, departments and agencies any boards I bet you me abwana ye na adwuma na embrakuni ni so che say onu kwa no that prerogative power so obeka say akwasi abagye mapa wo say enam say nit fm eye Ghana adwuma nti mama as the morning show host until so no best sound obi antumi nsesan nti constitutionally the president has that power na said ono ade to dwa no ono na oye the coach nti the players no a ebobo no ono no nim nienti a one number way ekoto number 2 and other way ekoto number 5 etoda ubehu say supporters ye no ayewa akire no ye betumi aka say there be player we de onya de nti sisa no ba ebia na coach no so kita ne dan ni game plan etoda bia ye nti ase ye betweatwea ba ubehu say afi ombehye goal no na ye na ye complain say anka coach ni sisa player we yak ye ni beje no ya the same people na so na ye ka say coach why ade ni nyina mu no media megitu mu say Trasam naka na menja no mfansi studio na mu na meka ne say Trasam naka say ye wade nyina ho kwan na to da nya ade nyina na fatan yes there may be that strong edge say ampa me na me mampanini a mapamfo ayi adwuma ma me na anododo so kan ntin kyerɛ sɛ mintutu petemlika enkonkɔ sesa obi bia na de ɔka no ɔde adwumupɔ foforo anaasɛ ɛyɛ adwumupɔpa ɛna ɔde ka ne nyinaa mu no ɛwɔ sɛ wo hyɛ sikan nifanu one constitutionally yes you are right deɛ ɔka ɛno ano no yɛgitum but politically is it also right that is the question na bia ɛkyerɛ minya mu twetwemu kan mu yi a ma pɛ so many documents am making on reshuffle said there be ya minya ntiase ye na ye analysis ni ya ye ni ye sisi ade I dodo na de omakoma so na eka but you need to be empirically grounded said there be ya o kan na wetumi akam then so ani so no me did this politically it might have been good for us because once and for edi ya wo mu na the history of change eye ade a ema ahotoso foforo bi ba anase ndaso foforo bi ba no abaje ubeje tum se uhu ye party mu a wazam dem betena aka kire se me support JFK me support Kodua for general secretary ana Yura Steven Tim on the national chairman no obi anim se afi de den clock no ato no so awie enti Yura JFK support no mate ubehu se program sa ye beko bia no abranche ni bepie ho a ahokeka foforo bi aba party fo nim na mimi nsu ya kakra mesue konu anase nwuma kakra meka no e kire me se etoda the reshuffle is not only necessitated by the obiyo but sometimes I'm thinking that a change will bring a new dynamics what you say ye shey you rasame ukwasema meka ya NLA na ye nim say the NLA performing but and because of a change of CEO just one person and Aboagye unim so say MPP no ye changing minister and as a CEO. It is not the workers I want yes it is just one person and maybe a yes but there is a new horizon it to be flow throughout the institution and as a ministry ema nipa bi nya hotoso say ampa fufuro yo ba or the agent fufuro aba na yesi edwa so komienu a na hu de eden na eso na de bia so ni wo a umfa nto ade mu a ubeti ni nwa ayese nchine no umfa ni ntumu a eden no untida utumi so nsangu wanu munwe batatita wo de to adiem enti media meni mampani ya adwen se ono oye mampani ni na oye nyina mampani na dwuma oye ani anamo a otu ebi ni se one district one factory a ye kan wasem ndc force enemy and na me ne uka se ya mampani ekobie 9.2 million Ghana cedis yam and cassava factory ewo Bimbilano. Obi agye tum se ampa sector minister aya lankojo chiramantin. Na dwuma obo no aso ani. Ochina bia na nukremu sabi yemu se mampeni is an experienced politician. Or your experienced leader what deep party ni mutintimai and a man se mwache. People may be calling for the heads of some people. Bia for all you know, omunim se nipa we na dwuma bia oye no. Ewo on the quiet. Emu edu aye yini free wa ebetuma topo yen. Inti saa de a meyembo muja na yina ne akase ayenya no. Wo ni nyina mu no ayesi kan ni fatwanu. Said the maker no. How would the political dynamics be met? Enipa edi mampani echi anase nipa omo wotumi wo enije wo MPP mu no. Omo enije besi sen. And yen kan say anamo ye to the CCA no. No matter the case has an implication on 2024 elections ebeko. The funny thing is that Ghana hawa yabato no eye style bi. Number meditum to say you may not always have to look at elections. Esa omanu entumpon. Make I pass and make up primaries. Obi amiya bobo 1996. The 96, yes. Aye bo school ball. I was in the channel. And in 2020 make up primaries or refer me. Say me meeting more than. Then I'm the MP. Obi aye bobo me to chani pase. Can you imagine?
Yenesi for me.
What you say? Look at the person's perception. Now you are the kwatwaba. Because 96 na ye were around 13 or 14 years aye bobo no. Me chani nti. Besi na da switch ni mu. Nti saa so na implication for our political fortune so no. Bia ebripemu no minimse man panini aye obi a otie ne manfo asem. Ana nye se ye kanti putupuru so ongotu anamo a ochina ede ayi basabasa besi na membuom. He has said it, say people want to destabilize his government. The government he has built, any idea ye no. I am looking at the fact that Pempreso Yedri, emuye dini de dini impo, yenya akukudru fo jina pintin, ema o mine jina ne nine so. A besi ne, yente basabasa yebi anase atrenchem kese bi ntu ye wokom so, ana petra short ana light edum so, ana bibisa.
Mbajesi for me.
Wa reshem said the mampeni kan onim na oye. Yebema ne sa kwanya no. Niama ne sa respect no. Say mampenini has everything under control. Na minim say every pemu no. Or say oye ne sa, obey ne sa.
Okay, yeah, that's it. That's Banasko Ampon and some of MPP. My main call Nurdin Hamidan. NDC na Mintino. Reshuffle Nkomoya Abe.
Minua, Eden Kame, chair my foreign Minua Banasko, no more Mutie nyina. Na Utie ne Minua ne Eka. Sometimes you get confused. At one breath, he say change is good. It was say society. At another breath, he say president is right. It can destabilize his government. And I don't know, the issue is mixed up. You don't even know what the position is. But Minya, some are king. Obekaya, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. And Eddie kind can't say one Nanado enko IMF. Advice no the man and yes sir. The next day what declare say oko IMF. On one so the man advice say send the normal equi fire your finance minister. But finance minister I a cousin inti or say no de unti. And I see you imiate. The finance minister your cousin into untimin fire do a reshuffle. So that you be who acquire be faso problems are say bio ministers ni bi antumi ansolve minister for ba obetimi ansolve and asema ye ken say bio enye His Excellency John Dramani Mahama nko ana eka civil society aka majority of Ghanaians aka obia eka na me say aso mampeni we give you the position of trust ye na edi to me na ahya wonsam say be die so enti say ehun yoma bi to chimana ye can the least Omampeni Nanado Danko Akufo-Addo can do is to respect Ghanaians, not to come and throw check at us. Minua Nanado is saying say omo kase
One year reshuffle, no, unemployed people are mutifi, or per se reshuffle. He's referring to the MPP guys.
This is they are unemployed.
Oma bre Eduaba presidency, no, so omuche page. One or page one, your unemployment person a page. Obi a juma dia or page juma dia heading.
Obi always juma so pay.
That is what he's telling the MPP. Meanwhile, ya wote man deputy minister say on me deputy minister man ye. The deputy minister be onuma is underperforming ye better me di obi foforo about with youthful exuberance. Now what me Kenya ejuma na. Is it not good thing? Ena obi a we ejuma bia no menua. Utimi ye obi bia ye friend performance appraiser. It was say president etinase a performance appraiser because time now we winning election 2017 or by no. The situation then and the situation now are not the same. It is a 2017, no. What of us assume with this criteria, na economy near different. Na economy na san asisan. You are bound to do something about it. Is the president telling us in any case that no higher performance appraiser na performance appraiser now where no results be na who and who are doing what. And another excuse our man say reshuffling is going to destabilize his government. Hey, how? Oman pediku for time so reshuffling plenty of them. Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo kind of attorney general.
NDC person mo destabilize it.
Yes, I know.
Kase oya ebe destabilize it.
NDC for a percent oya reshuffle. Na destabilize the government. That is what he said. Na me asama mi obisa ne say. Tama omampeni John Ajekum Kufuor eye president no. Ta Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo onye attorney general enye first position I demand attorney general of government anameboa and president Kufuor so abese sano because who say attorney general baby a no is not performing well and what's the sano e didn't call foreign affairs and what call foreign affairs what you there we all saw what he did at foreign affairs inti or Pacha said that time when Kufuor was trying to destabilize his government inti no was sano free attorney general to foreign affairs. Can you say the economic hardship is so unbearable? Give us people who are serious. Give us ministers who knows their work. Give us people who can work to change the fortunes of this country. That's what we are calling for. When more ministers are more, and who will call for reshuffle. In any case, so kasa onye reshuffle wanye bida. So a reshuffle da. Into time our reshuffle no. What can you explain about it? What year reshuffle okay say napono or education and I didn't call energy. Okay say Peter Amewu was reshuffled. So why did he do that? And also NDC say what destabilizing the government. Into can you say Yanka say even cry change them, let them go home. Yes, sit down, do a proper analysis of their performance. Baby, I won't say atuchimano. Do something about it and do a reshuffle so that your problems are be brief. Say all the sectors we have problem. We have problem in the energy sector. We have problem in the economic sector, in the finance. We local government be as say uninam kroma. Local government because any MMDC is so because the local government in Niho, yes, sanitation aye basa, be aye basa. What we are saying is that the MC been in Juma. In your so what you man MC, who at least new who says reshuffle is bad. Reshuffle can never be bad. And a wow, you know, say who mistake na say oh president. Say, the least you can tell us you mate, but not to come and sit on air and throw jabs on the people. That is not mark of a good leader. Who crowns now say you want criticism, you want concrete criticism. These are not insult. It's not an insult. It's just a comment that people are making because of the changes that we have in the system, and we think that something will do about it, has to be done about it. I'm happy today. Meanwhile, I did some examples about that change is good. I'm hoping that 2024, if Ghanaians are calling for change, they should not come and say they are not calling for good thing. Or say, John Boy do you know, Eddie JFK ban, improvement. They say, baby, no, people, change has come, and the party is doing better. Samuel Uku was changed. They've seen better. Inti me shani boss say, Sani Oka said change is good. Say I may adum na 2024. Yeah, Babet Sisa MPP. Then the NDC are bad. On Kase, Ghanaians are not taking good decision.
All right. Nurdin Midas say now. I wanted to read some of the messages, but my tablet is the battery has run low. So, yanko na yantoa so share a depreciation of the CD. Businesses are crying. Samsung and so they are crying. Traders are crying. Businesses are like manufacturers. As a matter of fact, here a daily graphic anymore, and that was say manufacturers and businesses or traders, manufacturers and traders are crying that the CD depreciation is affecting their businesses. And no uncommon here by D against CD no against the foreign currencies. Oman penyi dada John Mahama edi atudua wode tato what kind of say ebe ya bibia ye dui die yen call ana yenye a national dialogue on the economy. Can I ask you depreciation of the CD and in common?
Medasi depreciation of the CD minua am say edi kaino that very topic here there they be a me discuss I become very emotional. From the days of me find say time one me started this communication on mass market radio 2006 2007. They be my line of argument has been one. Now I remember on one of the NDC topmost stations around 2014 now depreciation no echo so high. I raised the same concerns. Say, minim say beye buapayo, ana say eye adwemufi ana yede ye eninti ama da ye sikai ahonde entumi ngina. Na activities are leading to the depreciation of the city no. Meni wunyina no yenim pi. Nanso nipeku a yede omo agina no a wo so mo hye no anyenye bi omo hye ana. One, the budget to say when an economy is import driven instead of export driven, usidi na one day ebeko form, and also currency na one day ebeko form. And only there is an established fact. Aside that, other factors been a contributing to say yesika na one day ebeko form from the days of old hardware. Maka say ubenwu say amai anase adwuma bi fi oman bi so. Ose me ba be establish e wo wukromu ha na ma ba be ye adwuma e de aboa wo. Ye be ma no tax waivers, ye be ma no all the opportunity, ye be ma no bibia said ye be ya obetumi aye adwuma na nka wafa atemamufo no adwumam mo so omanya de omo de be o market na ase bibia etisa. Na so pempi e de na esi. Ube wan se adwuma koi obebe adwuma ni mu ana so beba be establish adwuma no obeye 3 to 4 years 5 years na ya money tax waivers free zones aboa no ne ne keka wunyina no by the time ne 5 years ne be so I was say otua back the contributions to the country no say meje adwuma no maton anasa meko e ya de ekoso da kwan be ne yesi ano ebio how are we checking this big markets supermarkets ne ade a omudi enoma eba omu beton wa ha omu wi a sika na omu converting into dollars no omu ye ne den they repatriate it back into the economies odini nyina akọ me mbebo obi din na ese me go obi adwuma na ase me se obi asem but I have always discussed this issue with so much pain. Because I didn't know more yano. Ye mom with tax waivers. Ye so more sending more establishment with Juma. From the days of old. But unfortunately, I can say Abuagye, no cry woman say, woman in ano more yano, you get Ghanaians linked up with them. But see, the worst case, I had the black market. But see, who should determine the price of a dollar in the country? And the Bank of Ghana. A bank is saying there, I told the Obeko Bank, and yes, sir, OBC, me see, Madame Fubako, Japan. Now what was so akoya de Vietnam was saying, inti ohia dollars ediako. Oko bank more than 1 week. But see, don't tell me pa. Oko bank more than 1 week. When na dollars nibi. And now say, kofo we bra, koye we say, yeah, hanesa. At the end of the day, also be what bank one or catch and say, me want madam for large be. My main friend and I am so many bia. But when him so friend I need 24 hours. $900,000 no. A large need their breno. $100,000. Now or their breno. Iti Eban is saying yet your memoir. Banks ain't to me dollars amount. Nembom uko black marketer quickly dollars be open be on sabeka. Na se bank ni notice board no 1.5 black market is me be 1.7. And pam so no ubekọ no ubenya bi. Na ubenya bi ama me mama suma adwumi a. Adenti na member wo. Enti me bisa no me bisa bio. I remember in 2014 on Mugabe show I asked Senti one more mutete kwan ho na uduru wo mutumi fra say ubeji dollars no. Nice ben no mo. But do you see them? Nice ben no mo. And I know you don't see them.
The work of government.
That is why I'm asking that. Ask your friend Mugabe Masi. Then he was on.
Then we can only ask the finance minister. It's his responsibility.
I'm telling you my concern on this issue. Way back 2014. Do you understand my argument? I'm telling you my concern on this issue more than 8 years ago. I asked the same question because Babeko Bank through the right process, so many days you won't get what you are looking for. So why? And Bank of Ghana,
not necessarily from the banks,
but people also go and give them direct. Yes, because ABA all due respect, because dollars me pese me say and like first say bra one of the man watchina maybe a new bia no be pese or baby be me jitum say no so I will say ye due diligence. But how do we do so much due diligence that only pano ABA siko here time o here there no kra no we delay until I will say o take another option. Why? How? It me I am that because it is one of the avenues and my dollar and I CD to dollar rate no echo. Eba no more hode. I remember in 2015, Dr. Isahaku, okay, no, then he was the Bank of Ghana, Bank of Ghana penny. No, or a lecture or Legon Business School. What I say? He injected because of the exchange rate and or Pompey $20 million into the a friend is saying economy so that it will stabilize the city. Within 1 week, the whole money was out of the system. Why? Because it seems that there is a cabal, there is a cartel. So it is an unseen. Warm. But these are people every blessed this thing out of the they will hack it. You don't know why. It's my point is that Mesra by an asem penifua our Bank of Ghana. Muna emu ejuma se mo behwe one moment take kwan one mu trade in forex at the roadside. Enti ema nkrofo kwan rua forex bureau mu no. How are we dealing with them? Are they licensed? Do they have the authority to do that? Omo to me so mbe sana. Because at the end of the day, every government comes now or they hit with hard economic indicators such as CD. Very free dollar to CD rate. But finally, no. Let us also not forget, say, external shocks in this recent time are contributing so much. But I'm looking at the local system, no, and I made call that angle. But Yenka say, trade liberalization and I say trade was a coso, and a mine a reasia for nine and no more coso ama and which raba a reasin ama omusikasem echo from no Ghana ye isolated. No, we are not.
Okay.
But the bottom line is people who physically edges Ghana one muma yehu na eninti ema or shebi or how be eba sikasem so no. The measures are being taken there. AAP.
Okay.
The one they say to one factory, you move from this importation to production. They are doing in air, but certain systems, certain on scene hands, a Bank of Ghana must act.
May I say. Mamin depreciation of the city.
Yeah. A failure on the part of the economic management. His Excellency, is it Timothy? Ana Mahmoud, Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia. Which one? My teacher, your sister needing. What's a maybe say? Yes, sister, and I, and sister.
But you mean him, you come once a man for me.
It's as a result of failure because 2016, before we went into elections, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo exonerated himself by saying, "Say, oh no, they will name economy." Into no kofa Bawumia, so that Bawumia will help him fix the economy. Bawumia is the economic management team chairman, and then all the narratives. Okay, I said those days, Bawumia didn't understand why dollar should be 3 cedis, and then under his watch, dollar ekeka 10 cedis, 9 point something. Enti say you will be big car. They have to come and explain to us. DNAC, the solid management team, a solid economic management team, where are they? Intiminia, near you were His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, Ekayano, and no quine swano. When you are in difficulty, as Santifone Bube say, Yansa eni nipa baku etim. And as some His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ekano. And yes, or can you own Nimo or can near why ye pen a dear a free problem. Okay, I say when he became the president, they face a similar situation with the economy. Yeah, Kase was say call IMF, but one sorry preocupe uncle IMF organize economic management discussion and brainstorming sessions at Senchi. So we kaya. And His Excellency John Dramani Mahama offer for Senchi no. Sibio one can say NDC for Kwa was you all Ghanaians, including the NPP. So more adrene bia edibe boa ama problem a ye kosono. Yebetimi eyi ehu afiri mu a omumra na omo nso memboa. Dey na esi they boycotted it. Impieni momum economic guru nkwane ba no kra oba no they were insulting him. Inti senchino ene obuaye ema NDC efri economic challenges are before we left we left one of the best economy Ghana has ever had. Inti se ne o propose similar a de ne hwehwe ne say aban beti na yen organize ye the NDC ye pegana yi yen ka say opposition to omufre for economic management brainstorming session yemma because idea ye parliamentarians are one from day one utie Isaac Adongo na utie ye ranking member Atufo Sena. Consistently from 2017 we've been giving them alarm say where you are heading towards a whole true the assembly the problem beba but I say in Ethiopia assembly I can be no they rather throw jab at us and then assembly can na no near edia abetuni to say the baby $1 edu in a Ghana ha we almost don't export anything. Almost. Because apart from cocoa and some few things bulk of the things are consume wa Ghana ha. If you're manane neighbor. Nadia if you're manane neighbor. Oh konso anye cedi na ode kwa koto. $1 na ode kwa koto. Into cedi valueless. Also sesa. Edi ko $1 and sa no way to kwan edi akoto ade. Ose amount for core banks they are not getting. How can they get foreign money in the banks when the roadside give them a better offer? Because we will see this now with $60 pressure and I rate a bank edibema near abontin for nebema relatively high. And there's no incentive to send my dollar to the bank. Medebe ko alaji ho na makwa kwaji higher rate. Saa na amount for beto dollars na omuko bank ekoto dollar na prices no was so a chance omu beto na abontin. Nti we just have to do the right thing. Baby I do you know tibio enye NDC MPP. E wo se ye nyina ye di adwen ebom. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Ekano. Now, ye dispassionate discussions on our economic issues. What other best practices are available? Then also ye me solve economic challenges. Send ya yet see Timamufono. Most of our issues, will be solved. And then, and ye me nkwana me talk fuel. Tebio enye NDC nkwana etofu MPP ne to nti etoma me 1 liter 13 cedis asana osu ebeto ama 13 cedis but you would have wished say yen nyina ye beto ama ebia 3 cedis but it's not like that nti me say aban this call from His Excellency John Dramani Mahama say yen call for national dialogue on the economy is timely my ntwentwene yen fan kwa adwendwen mu na yen pe appropriate venue and time na invite obi a na yen nyina yen fa ya adwene mra na yen nyina yen fa ya energy or resources emeka ho na yen hwe kwan a ye be fa because Ghana is the only place we have. If Ghana is a heaven, it's heaven for all of us. And if Ghana turned to hell as it is today, all of us are feeling the heat. Inti mesre say ma His Excellency Nanadu and to Assembly entry no. Asama also cabinet in adwendwen na yen call for national dialogue na mpe kwan a befa so SCC economy.
Me ba na di Assembly ko atai then we probably would. Ozi.
I mean national dialogue was. So say no edibe we. Nti esa also mom me take one.
It's not here.
I was
here.
He said that when we finish, we'll speak about that. I didn't know he boxed it into two. That's what you said.
Debbie, what kind national dialogue and the economy?
Oh, okay.
That's what he said.
Then maybe I took the economy.
Maybe that is why we need to do the reshuffling, because if that is how you behave, maybe all your ministers also behave that way. They need to be reshuffled.
You requested for a paper. I brought a book and paper and pen. I wrote it, but I didn't know. Just any last.
Mamin can't comments. In kind comments now. If John Mahama went for $1 billion bailout from IMF and NPP call him incompetent, what will the NPP call themselves going for $3 billion bailout from the IMF? That's 3 times what JDM went for. Alai Baba, Edifi, Medina, no Debaye. Musa Batua, Ewasanwasi. The decision by the NDC to boycott APAC is a step in the right direction because Jean Mensah and Bosman Asari are behaving like Ghana belongs to them. That is one here from Musa Batua. Mistake Wonder, Ewa in Soma Dweji. The Deputy Communication Officer hopeful. And so, well, it says the intransigent position or posture of the clueless, super incompetent Nana Baumia-led government is just beyond comprehension. Mistake Wonder. NOD, NO Edibaye. Blueprints, Esikado Ketan. Government is keen on turning our current economic situation around, and it's expected that soon IMF-backed enhanced domestic program will offer some respite and restore confidence in the Ghanaian economy. Blueprint, NOD Edibaye. Cindy B. Wakaswa We all know the prices of goods and services, and the cost of living is very high. But President Akufo-Addo-led government is working hard to make life better for everyone. Al-Hassan Sisi Zenu Central says Nana Addo should be the last person to be telling us he has brought us out of the IMF program. Forgotten. He had an extended IMF program for 1 year. Al-Hassan Sisi Enodianobai Odui and so Ewatema. What at all does the NDC want for Ghanaians? When they were in power, they were always angry. They're always angry when I hear JDM and the NDC people speaking. Odui, what's I'm not I am kakra. Okay, Yanko Enim. Panasco.
Yes, sir.
Let me just give you just 2 minutes because it seems
okay.
You lost yourself somewhere.
No, I wrote the economy thing.
Yeah,
I think the
you see, because you see, one person untie make so untie me.
Who can not make sure? What I say, make can say at least. Though we need to know the general issue.
It seems one can say those set of questions. But let me give you 2 minutes for you.
I read all papers. I've not seen anything with reshuffle. Ideally, I would be looking at the papers that came.
Let me give you 2 minutes.
I've not seen reshuffle
one of the papers. Reshuffle. Nanado responded to it. It's current issue because he went to Kumasi and he was saying, "Say, omo amuni ejuma." He said it just yesterday.
What I'm saying is that yesterday I spoke about that on a radio station.
That's a current issue.
At least when I came, I've read all the papers here. I've not seen that.
But in any case, you don't determine to the panel what topic to put on board.
I agree.
And
so when he says I have to write, I can't just speak from my head. He spoke and I wrote. See the depreciation. You see, I've written all of them. In terms of
I think MPP you ran out of ideas. What ideas?
No problem. But the point is that me, at least I didn't come looking for paper and pen. I brought a book which has all the data I've even been on Meet FM. Yeah.
You didn't even know what you are talking about.
Okay, I'm saying he didn't give us any topic. That's what I was asking.
The topic. When we came, we all came and met the topic.
He didn't give us any topics. No, and that is what I was saying, that you can be good as whatever, but there are certain issues you need to provide.
But is it the first time you are coming on air? It's
Banasco. Nuruddin.
What are you saying?
Banasco.
The listeners are more clever than us, so you can't come and throw charge. You need to at least get your facts right.
Banasco, let's go on. Pacho.
Yeah, I'm very good, but then I will not come and say anything at all. Who hear the dekwa?
Banasco.
Mahama comment. I'm saying Dikai. Yera Mahama and can ask more okano etwaso because oman no ekwa animu etofo mu ye nyina no na ye oman fo ayetim nembom ubebisa wo se amfo a kire ne nto aso anase ekwa nachi nipa ni suni ne bai wo obed enuridi to me betena aka kire se Mahama kotu president fo so nkwa me fade tin ya no koi with the greatest of respect Akufo-Addo is not dull and dumb like people in certain parties think. Obeka kire se yale awefre no. Before you go to an IMF, you don't wake up from your bed or lying on your wife and now sorry I wasn't make IMF. It is expected something and also would take a whole lot of things into consideration. Maybe somebody whispered somewhere in Mahamati, and I remember a tweet from one of the MPP top guys or Tweety BB. A man said, "Hey, is that an emergence of IMF?" That was on I think Thursday. And a nipane 20 years. The following week, and a Mahama lecture or a UPS, or because the government must go to IMF. Senior, with the greatest of respect. What the Ghana for a tune? Sabe. Movie say, Obia a dollar and dump to send the our political party. Into margin no. Sending Kokan and Dana, they think Akufo-Addo to make Tia foot to make up. Sabe. Give Ghanaians some credence. The pacho, my wounds a tier for no margin mudo. Inti. Sebia otin komodia bi anase wote kasa bi na okogina ba bi kan na de che na wote announcement a ano no kire se wo na wo ma Akufo-Addo adwe sebe Mahama dwen pa de a wo betina asem na wo ka with the greatest of respect tell no redeem
na de chia na eti so
ko and I'm telling you say any diemu sebe atiefo nya gimifo sebe misrewo say obeka ya de chia no ko enti aban no onye nchise bia nya ntutuye bia Mahama beka ye na Mahama na membuo na ye fefe fenti na Akufo-Addo tie ye no koi. You see, and that is why Aboagye anything na ma etoda ube hu se bia no obi nko kan asem bia wo se nipa tie but suni ban bi se nti ube hu se nipa ne semintie me ye de me ho beto me anase me ye de me pe aban yes I negotiate as a member of the national communication team at least before Mahama made the comment I knew what was happening but enye se yen soma wa na wakoba mane enti se bia me fa ne se bia me mpo na meka anase aban anso betu sa na mo no oye a lot of consultations any nipa pi kasai enti se nipa no no mukasa ni bimpo ena wa mama Mahama ate a ochina president beka say enti me anda me nkoka ne yaka yakasa me na metu nefu uni mafutu a ka wakwache confirm na tuko boki na naba te Mahama ni mafutu no ni mamembuo entoto ye ne se de ete a enka 1 million hope city project no kwa kopes kana fa rula na gambira waba I don't communicate that way me pese ya meko sa level no but me metina han kan sem bi as if say etiefo no sebe onim nim de so no tu nefu andra enti wutu ya no ma beka cho say ochena ko ware onya ahobua bia wo se maba oba me nse wo person be ware aba adweme na wo kan enti mesre enka ye na mo bisa ho se ansanka obi betu anamon se ope public discourse yesi oman bia no ye de eto anase sika efiri oman ni mu na chechire ma oman ni gina de be ye oman ni benya ni puntuo ne ya so yetumi adi ye ho so anyambia policies aban di ba o ka se okay sisi ano ewo mu se emu odin nanso anidie mu ne asredie mu me pesa me de eto bi be ma the tax net no aye kese obi be contribute kakra e de na mo ye ya mo bo bi blow ma mo ja nwini no ti se ni pe na be ka chem se me from metenase a agimu poben na sabe kasa papa be na be free utirim beba ma ban ningu said de be ya ye be kasa me na me ye papa. That is the thinking of the NDC. Anya ye opposition, I looked at the kind of analysis ane ye provide option bia ni ya ma solution take ye ni say ya ebeboa in your time. Now you were not hit by any hardship globally. Na bibia serious for na nyina ye kan almost say Dumso by Dumso was man made by you and you couldn't solve it. Obi ba wa be ye agina can name me can go so generator. Okay, see Ebola, which African country apart from those three na ko mu no and e be quiet Togo cry Ebola ba ho. Ba see Ebola antina ma wo ko IMF ma ho chiro. All right. But here the can say, yes, we need everybody's contribution. But the answer all chain pa say the be hu me achacha de. You see national when we be out nam sisi a. Me say the answer all chain pa. Yo. The answer all chain pa. Ma kwan ka be ka chem say ma topic. And so me ma topic now they are seminar nam baby. And I'm saying now the answer all chain pa me say didn't be face on mess on my wedding as. Yo, me da say ye brena so when you do that mpacho munya kom na muntie mi munya me kasa mi wie ye mpacho look munya kom ntie ni American. I'm the moderator when tie mi am ntie ni American. I won't tell him anything. I'm saying munya kom na muntie mi. You are talking, so keep quiet. You keep quiet. Keep quiet, let me talk. So I'm just going to give, let's say, my mom will just about maybe 2 minutes each. Now, young fan wrap up. There were some issues I want to talk about, but I'll just leave it. Now, 2 minutes, anything, dear Mopese. Means I say few so no reading.
If what is going on is a reflection of what is going on in the country, and the communication is not about that's not communication. But let it leave it to our listeners. Now, they would be the best judge. Sama me pese me di twa to ne se. Nua. When them say ya money easy for no ekasa. The issue of Ghana card. Me mawo question ba kwa na me di be twa to. Omo ba na we bisa omo ama me. Me know you have me done. Time I registration for electric voter ID no. Me on wo Kumasi e wa Aswase constituency. E na me to ma ba. Me no awutie me. Enti wo ko EC database a na wo hwehwe know you have me done a. Wo be hu se me din me address e wo Kumasi, me bibia e wo Kumasi e na me di yes registration. na woba Ghana card a me Ghana card e won kran na Ghana card no so me de me address e wa adenta e na me de ye Ghana card. So when you go to the Ghana card database e be chow say no you hamidan na address wa adenta until you to capture me under adenta constituency until say ne easy ka say ye the Ghana card na e be to aba that day no ahemfa na me meto aba me to no adenta na me to no asonase because me to no adenta na me de me Ghana card no kwa adenta. When you open the voter register in adenta, my name will not be there. And also me unko aswanse me unko use Ghana card, so I me do aswanse. Let me use Ghana card no mosha. I'm not a member of Aswanse constituency. Inti bisa omo question and say, in such situation, then omo be found. When we are coming out with policies and decisions, let's have a thorough discussions of it and let's do things that make sense. Adia mo ye no. If you say you emfa bibi papa bia ma obia. Me de advice a me de be ma omo ne say. Omo ntwensan. Ni ye nyina ye nhwe kwan a ye be fa so. Because I don't get the sense. Omo say just to validate the age. Who says say obi ntimi fa fake age in your Ghana card? Because Ghana card nso yet be the referrer. E Ghana card. Into me saw mo sa asama e kosu yi de and to asum kra me dashi
Miss me say about 2 minutes pepe. Nice one. Yeah. Banasco. Mintiwe.
Yeah,
any other issue be up?
Okay, quick one. I'm saying on the first one has to do with the fact that a man penin another dan Kwekufuado said there and the bosha or the share a man for a wet tifido and all other places, especially on roads. A juma your man penin your friend to Kwakoshe. Oh, a toda na yenu anomi to me to put through a bomu de ye buy a old independent man. Okay, fine. To me bomu put through a ye de sa say omonya she. But at the end of the day, no, uko emiamia ya ubehu induma ekoso. Adia mesre Ghana fo nyina. And he say oman nediana no ye chene nkakra. Eden ya it say kokoko akoko benum so obia bedu ne chefa so. Nti ye nyina ye nya akoma ne abotre. Menu ya bo Ghana card so ma memfa ho kakra san say ya asem ye nyina. Edi kan ye besre Ghana fo so ye nyina ye nya adwen sakra. Abaje ubeje atum say wo bra ye extend phone registration or the Ghana card be ye nya extend your queues and all the places no queues niko. The wa for krum nan say ya. Me kofa me ko program on sister station Oman FM Medina. Abaje queue na ho a nkofo register mo cards. Once one I say a Telco's village. All the communication we on way or filling station one. Queues are each of them. Pa no. And that's some ketwa. And so on the day omo ye announcement and say ya extend no. And now wa wunye ni pattern. Ya chenya na ye se kobu afi so biem. Ye wia ya kase no ya ma ye kwan me yanye. Mesre Ghana fo. Ade bia ba de papa. Ye fa ye hu nsem kane. E wom se Ghana card e hu nsem na dɔɔso. But abwaji minya kwanya eto me bu akobisa bisa mu. Me ye cheche mu a. Abwaji unim se obi a omo be ye foforo no endɔɔso. Se omo a ne di ayira. Obi a spelling the wrong. Ana obi a wakwakoware. These are the three key people a omo dɔɔso. Omo no ma pressure na eba. Nti ye besre. E wom se wo mo ye ebre no atia de. Nanso uwa kwanya kona koye ne preko. Mentwen ya ma time ne nso. A ye beka se wanya ye yiwa afiri mu ansa wa beka se ya ma me kwam manye. Na eye den ade ba ko na minim. Say there is no registration. I bet me capture all the people. Every day it can never be possible in this world. For 15 years mark no. And then obi the 15. Ye closing and that or obi be the 15. Sa nipa no obeka se wenya kwanya anya ne de. Ba here ye wo bre ne yenkonkoye. Ne ma nyema ye fe. Abadweme dase.
Miss Midasi, that's Banasco Ampon and Sam, a member of the NPP communication team, and Ote Nuruddin Hamidan, also of the NDC. And a penny for and on boy where discussion segment, you know, a brasso say ye be J Mumu, ye Jumedie ni so before ye be kono main kind comments ni be na yanko and my ye muso. Kwame na CDT will have for a change or see whether ENTOBR President Akufo-Addo reshuffle his ministers or not. We Ghanaians don't care. Kwamina CDT and Odiano by Master Red Ewo Kaswa Ghanaians. I've now seen that the NDC and Mahama are indeed enemies of progress. Master Red with that one. Roya Gabi Efie Kuma says, let's not follow the minority to mount pressure on the president to reshuffle his ministers. Let's consider the economic indicators now. That is Roya Gabi Enodieno Edebaye. We see JDM has been a president before, so he knows what he is saying. If not because of arrogance of this president, he would listen to JDM. That is Elisha Odifri Osu and Odebaye. Let's compliment for know that the newspaper is called Daily Dispatch. Okay, well, I'll tell Kobna about that one. What good thing happened during the Senchi forum? Did it solve the doom saw and the economic issues? NPP will solve the problems very soon. So let's leave. We have the men. That is what he's saying. Need 100.9 Ghana Muntie so I don't assume I mean fancy Hanum say. Yeah, sorry so I don't pay and ne Ukwe.
Ghana Muntie na mansanya so adawroko fiaman homene so ejiji tonton sansan e wo NEAT 100.9 FM.
Well, time to go, but before I ekokra no mamenka say happy birthday to Mrs. Paulina Abankro. And then ayewa woda yema ochinkwa yema awoda stronko nyami shao wonto nkwemu biom emfanka ho Mrs. Paulina Abankro. Bless you. Happy birthday. Love to you as well. Right, so maminda kwejo dame ado ase what time echi bo mechi dom ye de djumedie de bremo. Nana ya safari from my bank so boy streaming on social media de my KWASI ABOAGYE enemy din mesdames ase mami muso mante me kebioma me ko